Yes, we're back. We're back. We are back. Guys, as you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. It is Freestyle Friday. Hakeem Jordan, what's cracking like it? What's cracking like it? What is cracking like it?
Power moves.
Hey man, feeling good, feeling great. It's Friday, the weekend is here. We're less than a week away from some Thanksgiving, so I can't wait for that. Can't wait for
Yes,
that.
it is. Can't wait for
Right
that
around the
either.
corner.
Yes, it is. Next week, Thursday. I hope everybody's preparing to get ready for their Thanksgiving meal. Who do celebrate Thanksgiving? Some people don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Like always, shout out to Abby Wody, the first one in the building. Second one in the building it sounds like they compete. Abby Wody and Mimi. The second one in the building is Mimi. Say, hey, happy Friday, Chaos Culture Radio. Hakeem Hearts, Jordan Hearts, Ronnie Hearts, and Abby Wody Hearts. Shout out to Mr. Muhammad, blessed be upon you. And shout out to Busy Yao.
Busy
Big
out.
Yaz over here. Shout out to him for being in the building, man, over here on the Chaos Culture Radio side. Shout out to him and shout out to the mom, mother, Natasha Vincent, that's also in the building. Shout out to those watching us on Facebook, Instagram, X, Rumble, TikTok. Nah, not yet. Twitter, though. Twitter, but not TikTok yet. Kick and also Twitch. Guys, make sure you follow. It's so very important that you guys follow so you never miss when we go live. Jordan, it is Freestyle Friday, so you know how that go when it's Friday, anything go. So what's going on in the financial world, big dog? What's happening over there?
Let's talk about Bitcoin. It is near almost $100,000 worth of Bitcoin. Near, couple $100 short. Crypto is on a roll right now. If you got Bitcoin, you got Doge, you got XRP, you got Shiba Inu. Ever since Trump got elected, crypto has been going off, and my crypto has been getting some. I know y'all hear that. It's getting fatter, yo. It's getting fatter. So I'm talking about Bitcoin might go about 100 by next year. It might hit 100K tonight. The other dude, Hakeem, play for y'all will find this why Bitcoin can break 100K, which you can have tonight. So go ahead and play the clip. And after that, we'll talk some more about crypto.
For more on what the latest moves in crypto mean for the broader market moving forward, we want to welcome in Ben Emmons, FedWatch Advisors founder and chief investment officer. Ben, it's good to see you. So here we were talking about Bitcoin and crypto more broadly there with Sean Farrell. He's got that 115, 120 target that he thinks we could get to in the sort of near to medium term. How are you seeing the interplay between Bitcoin and other assets? Are we seeing some of the money that's going into Bitcoin? Is it coming at the expense of anything else?
Hi, Julie. No, I don't think it actually is because, the flows into Bitcoin ETFs are big. It's something like 100 billion of total AUM. So a lot of money moves in, but so have equity flows since the election. So that's kind of a parallel. And I think bond fund inflows are not really changed as much either. So it's a liquidity environment currently in. And I think it's really driven by the election that is leading to these animal spirits once again revived, thinking of we're going to go into an economy that's going to be a lot of investment. And you were just talking about like this Doge, this cutting of the government and then crowding out will be change and we get more investment. So you get all this animal spirits, leads to liquidity in the markets. And Bitcoin is very sensitive to that aspect, to liquidity. And I think that's the connection here for the broader markets. We may not be so much in an environment like 2021 when it was frothy, but this is more about we're going to potentially really go into a different environment next year with the economy with faster growth and more liquidity. Then yes, Bitcoin should be trading at higher levels. So breaking 100,000 is quite likely here.
Ben, how do you think about what the appropriate role of Bitcoin is in somebody's portfolio?
There's a big debate because, on the one hand, it's an asset that's been, driven by speculation. There's a lot of confusion still. Is it the store of value or currency and that sort of thing? But at the end of the day, it is an asset that has performed exceptionally well. So from a diversification standpoint, something that performs really well, that obviously is really the right way to diversify, right? It would be different if it has a lot of drawdowns very, very frequently. Now, it does have that. I want to emphasize that it's not in volatility. It's not an asset that doesn't have any volatility. But we also have to be mindful of that. It's a separate alternative asset. So it plays a clear role now in asset allocation. People want to own it. And as a result, it's going to be a good diversification.
Ben, I know you've also been watching the relationship between Bitcoin and other assets. You're looking at, for example, the Bitcoin to dollar ratio versus the 10-year yield. What are your conclusions, I guess, when you look at that chart?
Yeah, so there's an interesting sort of correlation here that it seems that each time that ratio goes up, which means that Bitcoin is really outperforming the dollar, that we're in an environment of where there's a lot of liquidity in markets. There's a lot of optimism and spirit. There's also an economy that shows acceleration, whether that was back then in 2016, 17, or back out of the pandemic, right, in 2020, 2021. And now we currently have, and that does drive to higher interest rates, higher yields. There's a bit of connection there. But it's also interesting to look at that ratio compared to the copper gold ratio that people have sometimes looked at, making a direction interest rates going down. So I think this is really an indicator of rates going higher, because Bitcoin, I think, ultimately is a really an asset of, on one hand, maybe I guess pure speculation, but really because people are very optimistic, enthusiastic about the outlook, and therefore willing to buy Bitcoin as an asset.
Ben, we're still waiting for who President-elect Trump is going to nominate for Treasury Secretary. Different names being floated out there: Bessent, Warsh, Mark Rowan. How do you think about those possible candidates, Ben, and in terms of how they might impact crypto?
Yeah, they all have different views on it, right? I once watched an interview with Mark Rowan. He was quite negative on crypto, whereas the others have sort of a mixed view on it. But I think in this particular situation is that this next Treasury Secretary likely would have to take a very different view on crypto than Janet Yellen did. She was very outspoken. It was a speculative asset and had not much meaning. If this crypto czar is being put in place, there will be clearly a relationship between that person and the Treasury. Treasury ultimately is about the dollar policy. So I thought of it more like it may become like this crypto, strong crypto policy, like the strong dollar policy from the 90s. If Trump is serious about making it a crypto reserve, just like we have the exchange rate reserve for the dollar. And I think that's where the real link is. And I would think that a person like Kevin Warsh or Scott Bessent would be very pro-crypto for that matter. And linking that to the fact that you have an asset that people want to buy because they're so optimistic about the economy. And that's the message they want to bring out, obviously, to the public.
Well, we'll see how it all shakes out. Ben, good to see you. Thanks a lot.
So yeah, man, crypto is skyrocketing, yo, from Cardano to Bitcoin to Shiba Inu, XRP. I mean, money is to be made on crypto as we speak. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. We're supposed to take on Bitcoin possibly hitting 100K tonight, if not tonight, tomorrow, because it's very close, very close.
I'm not sure about it, because remember right now the elect President Trump is talking about Bitcoin and also Dogecoin. You also have Elon Musk talking about Dogecoin. So I see a lot of investors are really getting into it because they see how money is pretty much diversifying to more to cryptocurrency. Is a new form of money. So it's a good thing. But shout out to those that put in their money into Bitcoin when it was only $1 back in the days. Now they multi-millionaires. And not only that, but people put it in later on, especially around the pandemic time. So shout out to you guys. So it just show you that when opportunity comes, you never know the type of investment you made. It might increase in the long later on in life. But not only that, but I used to listen to one of my financial guru, you already know, Warren Buffett. He was very, very optimistic about Bitcoin. I'm waiting for him to come out with another interview. I know right now Charlie Munger is no longer with us. God rest his soul. Rest in peace to Charlie Munger. But it's just like I'm just trying to see what's his idea now about Bitcoin, seeing that it's about to reach 100K. So be on the lookout for that. But as of right now, Bitcoin doing this thing is doing what it's supposed to be doing, and that's what it's doing. It's making people money. Go right ahead, King.
So I've always been an early adopter, an innovator when it comes to certain things, and I've been very bullish on cryptocurrency, very bullish on Cardano, very bullish on VeChain, very bullish on Polkadot, very bullish on Polygon. and very bullish on Bitcoin. Very, very bullish. This is not financial advice. It's the same thing with stocks, bonds, golds, precious metal. A lot of us don't know these things, but you have to take a risk. I would risk this instead of going to the casino. The casino, there's no chance of you getting no money back. Here, you potentially can do. I've seen my money 10x since I've been investing, and I'm investing now. I could be investing for me for retirement or for the next generation of Prince Hakeems that's coming behind me to rule the world. They need enough money to conquer countries. So I say people get with a financial advisor. Learn about cryptocurrency. It's not going away, and it's accelerating. Trump is just going to accelerate the process on how it's going to be integrated to our everyday life. There's going to be certain places that only strictly take cryptocurrency. And a lot of people don't understand cryptocurrency help disadvantaged and marginalized community. People who don't have access to funds or bank accounts, hey, send me 4 Dogecoins. It's going to cost you 3 Dogecoins. Are you going to be able to just to get a phone and get paid with Doge and live your life? So I love this, just like I can't wait for the robots to come. And a lot of people get laid off. We need innovation. We just got to be prepared for it.
Yeah, people, when it comes to crypto, now it's the best time to do your research, and learn about crypto, because it's very, very important. How crypto's looking right now is staggering. I never seen crypto like this, from Bitcoin to Cardano to Shiba Inu to XRP. It's just flowing. I mean, if you look at the past 3 months from 3 months ago to now, like for instance, like Cardano, it's up over 100%. Bitcoin is up over 50%. Shiba Inu is up almost 40%. XRP is over 50%. It's man, it's just crazy. For me, I'm glad that I still have crypto, and I'm still investing a little here and there. And like I said, eventually, all the crypto is going to stop, and you will see, falling down, the chart going down. But right now, just past 3 weeks, crypto has been on fire. And I encourage people to do their research and learn about crypto, because it's looking fantastic right now. And next year, crypto is really going to take over. Really, really going to take over. So please, people, do your research, because crypto is not going anywhere. It's here to stay.
Now that, but shout out to Shay that's watching us on Instagram. First one holding it down over there on the Instagram road. Appreciate you, Shay. Now that, shout out to Fresh Time Florida and Urban On. Today is their birthday, guys. Wish them a happy birthday in the chat. They not Scorpio. They Sagittarius. Yeah, it is their birthday. Shout out to them, man. Blessings be upon them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mr. Muhammad. That's always in the building. I always try to give him a shout out, because sometimes he forget him. But he's in the building. He's in the building. But shout out to those that's into cryptocurrency or understand it. I understand why people not getting into it, because people just don't understand it. And that's why it's so very important to sit with a financial advisor, or sit with someone that can really teach you about cryptocurrency. I'm not the person you go to, because I really don't know about cryptocurrency. I'm still learning about it each and every day. But shout out to that guy. I remember they said it was a guy on YouTube talked about it when it was just I think $1. I think back in the days.
Yeah.
And look at him now.
You talk about Da Vinci. It's a black guy. I don't know what's his national name. His name is Da Vinci. He was telling people to invest in Bitcoin back in the days, and a lot of people wasn't taking him seriously.
And look what happened. It blew up.
He's a billionaire. Shout outs to Busy Yao. Busy Yao. We're not going to give financial advice, but you just can't live off Doge alone. Seek your financial advisor, diversify your income. That's all I can say. And it's not financial advice.
It's not. But you can take it. You can take out the current and spit out stuff that you don't feel valuable. Not only that, but hip hop. Jordan, what's happening in the hip hop world? What's going on over there, big dog?
Let's get into it. Let's talk about T.I. So T.I., he went on live about 2 days ago, and he is pretty upset. So So he was gonna go into a restaurant, which this is the type of restaurant. I don't know which city they in, but this is the type of restaurant which is very exclusive, and they asked for ID. T.I. didn't have his ID, so T.I. didn't have his ID, so he wasn't gonna let him in. And I don't think this restaurant don't have any reservations, so T.I. got so mad that he went on live and called out the security guard and said, "Hey, hold the hell on, I'm T.I. Why you not letting me in?" I don't know if the security. I believe that the security guy knew what he was, but I don't know if he's taking his job seriously or just following the rules of the restaurant. Hey, do I need can't come in? So I guess it's but further ado, Hakeem played a clip, and after that, we'll talk about it.
Right here in Austin, Texas. I'm in Austin, Texas on what it is? It's 6th Street? East 6th Street. On East 6th Street at a place called Revelry. Rainy? Okay, Rainy Street. Place called Revelry. There's a sucker up here at the front. There's a sucker right here at the front. This sucker nigga right here talking about I need some ID to get in somewhere. Huh? Don't worry about it. This sucker right here talking about I need some ID to get in somewhere. Any nigga with some shoes like that ain't gonna keep me out of nowhere, man. Any nigga wear them peppermint patty ass shoes. This man got on a Walmart Versace shirt, boy, with them Ross pants. And here, well, what your nipple hard for, man? Why your nipple hard for, man? That boy got them thick ass ankle. But look at that boy ankle poking out the side of them peppermint patty shoes. But what is that, velvet? What is that, velvet? Hell no. Huh? Yeah. Appreciate you too, buddy. We on him right now though. But look at the ass shoes, boy. Who gave you them goddamn shoes, boy? Your grandma put them up in a birthday card. Was for $5, $6, didn't it? Oh, I'm sorry. Pardon me, man. All right now. All right. Back to your whole business. Yeah, man. So if y'all in Austin, just make sure you don't come to Revelry. That's all. Y'all be cool, man. Come catch us at Cap City tonight. Y'all, I'm right here.
So there you go. So go ahead, Hakeem. Was T.I. the right to be mad, or was the security guard just doing his job?
Like Natasha Vincent said, it was classless. I pray he gets denied at every single restaurant in the United States of America.
Not gonna happen. But go ahead.
I pray. You go diss a black man who is doing his job. He don't own the place. Them good white folks say we gotta ID you black folks. When you come in here, we gotta ID everybody. We don't care if you T.I. You gotta put ID. This the problem when a lot of you guys get money. You think, and then you rank the man for doing his job. I hate you niggas. I pray he gets denied at every restaurant. I pray he gets denied at the Staples Center. I pray there's a no-fly zone for him. Never diss a black man for doing his job. Everybody got to eat, and then you ranking him like that supposed to do something. I see where King get it from. You remember when King was dissing the pancake people at the Waffle House? Remember we did that show? It was a couple years ago. I see where he get ignorance is bliss. You ain't indicative of an educated black man or a black man who love his people. I love my people. If my brother's working at a spot, he say, fam, you can't come in here. For real? You can't come in here, fam. All right, baby, I got you. I'll just go down the block. I don't got no ID. You respecting a man and respecting your brother, because we're behind enemy lines. We gotta abide by the rules. So T.I., I am disappointed to you. I'm disappointed in you, brother. And you was one of my favorite. Sorry.
No, the only thing I'm disappointed in is he shouldn't have ranked the man. But because the sake of the establishment, he was supposed to let him in. Because you know why? You have T.I. in your restaurant. That's good for business. Especially if T.I. I know T.I. not really hot like he used to be anymore, but still T.I. is still legendary. you have him in the restaurant. Because let's be honest, Hakeem, nobody know what that restaurant is. If T.I. would have, he posted it, he gave it a bad review. But think about it, T.I. would have went to any one of these small businesses and he walked in there, trust me, it would bring businesses. So, go ahead, Hakeem.
Listen, he gave it a bad review for the black folks that follow him. Them good white folks that still go there. This Austin we talking about. It's a predominantly white place.
I don't. We gotta check on that. I gotta check on the reviews later. But I gave it to you. T.I. is not like the regular. Of course, he's not as big like he used to be, but he still have a huge following. He still, because I guarantee you, he was in Miami. They wouldn't ID him. They were like, "You better." And not only that, but keeping in mind, you think the bodyguard didn't know who T.I. was? Like, come on now. I think he wanted him to do that. I don't know. I think he really wanted him to do that.
To be honest with you, he probably ain't. He probably don't know. The younger generations don't know our generations of rappers. That young boy looked like he could have been 21.
And you don't know who T.I. Come on, Hakeem, with the internet.
For real.
With him going viral with him and his son on the Shade Room, because everybody be over there on the Shade Room. So I'm like you come on now. He knew who T.I. was. He was just giving T.I. a hard time. That's why T.I. started ranking him, which I think he was wrong for that. I think he shouldn't rank the man, because at the end of the day, the man bigger than you, because T.I. is only like 5'5", 5'6". Yeah. So I'm like, you shouldn't be recommend. But I think he knew T.I. had his own bodyguard with him. Say that was trying to tell you, see a man with his bodyguard with him. Like, come on, you know who this is. Let's stop the foolishness here. But he's still wrong for ranking the man. I give him, he's wrong for that. But everything else, the man should let him in. You know T.I.'s of age, Hakeem. Like, come on.
Yeah, listen.
Look at him.
He said, listen. He said, look what, because why high is in? He said, a game. Austin is a college town. Hakeem, Austin is a college town. Yeah. But why high? Did you think the security guard did the right thing? That's all. Because he's in Texas.
I know he doing his job to ID him, because Natasha Vincent, she came out with how people doing lookalike surgery. But come on, you do lookalike surgery, but he have a bodyguard with him. It's hard to have a bodyguard with you. You hear?
Yeah.
Hey, it could be the King of England. I'm IDing him.
Yeah. Whatever, man. The King of England.
Hey, if Trump would have went to the restaurant, you gonna ID him with the Secret Service?
If Trump, no, I believe. Hey, I believe at 47. I'm gonna let him ride by. I'm a hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite.
Ain't that on why I say it's a college campus? So is it college town?
Yeah.
So think about it. You think no college student don't know? Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah, but for me, look at this, yo. This gotta happen before dinner time. This had to happen around, between lunch and dinner. So around what, 3 to 4 and everything everything is slow. So my thing is, it's like, maybe T.I. would do some business. Okay, hey, let me grab something to eat. Okay, let me check this place out. And I guess the guy, the security guard, saw his bodyguard. Was like, oh, wait a minute, you can't come in here. You gotta have an ID. I think the security guard knew who the hell he is, but he want to play that. I ain't gonna let you get. I ain't gonna let you in. I don't care who you is. I don't care if you T.I. I don't care if Beyonce, whatever. If you got no ID, I ain't let you in. And he'd be funny style like that. And that's why I think T.I. T.I. he really had to go into his life like that, because, like I said, he named a restaurant. I don't know what restaurant was called, what, Rapper or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think that restaurant is so worldwide that everybody's going there and everything. It looks like a bar, so it is a college town, so they still will get businesses and everything. When it comes to the college kids or that type of stuff. But I don't think T.I. should have did that. To a restaurant. And the thing is, even though T.I. did that, people ain't gonna remember about that damn restaurant. People ain't gonna. This went viral the next week. People gonna forget about it, and people continue to go to the restaurant. So I don't know what T.I. was trying to do, because his fans, T.I.'s fans, I don't think a lot of them live in Austin, Texas like that. And Austin, Texas is an uprising town. In the next 10 or 15 years, it's gonna be up there with Dallas and Houston, but. I don't think T.I. shouldn't have done it, because he did do it, but you know, like I said, people ain't gonna remember the restaurant, and the thing is, it looks like a bar, so they gonna get a lot of businesses and everything. I think that, you know, maybe the security guy, he want to get some type of clout from T.I. because in 2024, you know, people do anything for clout nowadays. And I think it's, you know, it looks like the security guy, he want a little bit of clout for denying T.I. a celebrity that, yeah, you can't commit. And that's what I think he did. And I think he maybe knew that T.I. was gonna go live like that. And, you know, T.I. roasted him, and he did what he did. But other than that, you know, people gonna forget about this, and people ain't gonna remember about this restaurant. Period.
No, but I know Mr. Muhammad said you want to come up here. You want to talk about he does security, so you can speak on that very briefly. I can't go ahead. You can drop the
All
link
right.
for him, and only him only, and then you speak on it very briefly, and then
Go ahead, Muhammad.
we'll
We
move
dropped the
on.
link. We do anything for clout.
I'm saying he was doing it for clout. I'm telling you, because come on, and I know Nathaniel Vince say bodyguards not expensive, but I don't know because I can't afford a bodyguard. I'm just being I cannot afford a
It's
bodyguard.
like $200 a day.
At minimum, they $200 an hour. Well, $200 a day or $200 an hour.
I think it's $200 an hour. I don't think it's a day.
Probably something like that. Because I heard bodyguards was talking the other day. I think maybe $100 an hour. Because I know Jeezy bodyguard. They said I only got paid $500 for the day. Maybe I think you're right. Maybe it's like $100 an hour. You know what I mean?
And then not only that, because DJ Academic got top tier security. You know what I'm saying? Like those guys, they don't go around with regular security guards. But if it's like that, then go right ahead. Go right ahead, Mr. Muhammad. Your commentary.
Okay, peace to the brothers and sisters. Do be my best to be brief, but I tend to be long with it. I'm gonna do my best. To my esteemed brother Prince, my brother from another mother, I have to disagree with you, sir.
Ooh.
Okay, and I'll go back
that.
when I did. But I'm glad you told me that was Texas. I thought that was Atlanta. Was it Dallas or Austin? Where was
it? Was
that?
in Austin.
Okay, I did a summer program at UT Austin. I've been a student there. I've also done security with the FOI around the country. And I'll never forget, there's two stories I'll tell real quick. One, T.I. can be a problem but it wasn't him, it was his entourage in Atlanta. And what's who's the brother from Decatur? Move, get out the way. Ludacris.
Ludacris.
Okay, so his entourage was in the club. I wasn't on duty that night, but my fellow Muslim brothers were doing security. And I don't think T.I. and Ludacris was there, but their crews went at it, cut each other's ears off with broken bottles because Decatur, where they say it's greater, has a rivalry with Atlanta, right? Just like every hood got their different rivalries. But that's his entourage now. So whoever let him in, as far as security, they probably had IDs, they probably had all that, and they still went to war. Okay. Now, when you're doing security, you're handling people, and you have to have what's called diplomacy, tact, and discipline, especially when you're dealing with a VIP. My last story, I was doing security at a place in Atlanta. When I wasn't in the projects, I was doing security at the club. They was getting shot and killed at the projects, and they kept changing the name of the projects every time a kid got shot over there. Okay, so people roll up. Is this Deerfield Projects? No, this is something else now because they changed the name. So I started doing security at the club, and it was a little better, but it's a different field than working security in the projects. So a brother come up, he's like, yo, I'm supposed to be at the table over here, the VIP table. I'm Little Meech. And I looked at him. I said, Little Meech? I never heard no Little Meech. But I said, okay. But I took him at his word because what if he was Meech's son? Okay. I said, okay, well, here you go, bro. Here's your seat. But I didn't know if he was lying to me or not. Now I look up on 50 Cent show. There's that same dude who told me he was Little Meech. This is years later. I'm like, oh, snap. That was really him. Okay. Now, T.I., it can be a problem. But at the same time, like a brother, I think Y-High said, VIPs move different. You can't treat a VIP when you're doing security. Beyonce's coming to the front door. You're going to treat her like a chicken head? Come on, man. Jay-Z, whether you like him or not. I don't care if P. Diddy just got out of jail. I mean, he might be a little different now, but the point is, you got to show some courtesy. And you even flipped it on me, Prince. You said you let Trump get up in there without his ID. So come on,
exactly. Cap.
You playing favorites, bro. But you really have to do that sometimes, though. If Trump is your man, then go ahead. Because one time I let a dude come up. I'm just gonna be honest. My boss, I had a female chick, and she was rougher than the dudes when she was the supervisor. Muhammad, don't let nobody come to the front line. Nobody goes through without doing X, Y, and Z. One dude came up to me. He said, "Yo, man, what I got to do to get to the front of this line? I'm not waiting in this long line." I said, "Well, I could use a little donation." He popped me a quick $100 bill. I said, "Right this way, sir."
Exactly.
I was very happy.
Say it again.
So
Say it
when
again.
you're doing security, you should also network and meet some different people while you're doing it, not just be so straight and narrow like some brothers like I was when I first started. I had to learn all this stuff over time. Peace.
Peace. Blessings will be upon you, big dog. See, Hakeem, he uncleared everything up for you. T.I. wasn't wrong. The only thing he was wrong for was ranking the guy. He shouldn't have ranked the guy. That was it. But everything else, he wasn't wrong
I
for.
agree with you, but that's just his personality. He is from the hood, but I agree with you.
That's it. Because our bodyguard could have just snatched him up. It could have been an all-out war, but he would have lost anyway. Because T.I. got some huge bodyguards. But go ahead.
Hey, the world is built on having personal biasness. You know what I'm trying to say? So this is America. We can pick and choose how we feeling this day. I feel like I don't want T.I. to come in today. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the thing. Like, he's not indicative of what we represent, but what he was wrong was of him. What he was wrong was picking on the man. And
that was it. He was totally wrong for that. Yeah.
You shouldn't have done that.
You see what I'm trying to say? Listen, a lot of us got to understand when we're behind enemy lines and our brothers are working in captivity, we need to respect the game. I'll never question the brothers that, yo, you can't come in here. You know what I mean? And you can't come in here. And I'm like, all right, baby. Like, look, you know what I mean? And then you understanding your brother, he might respect it regardless of how.
I got to say one thing, though. You forgetting, Hakeem, I was your security when you went to New York and you was the VIP. And these boys lined up. They was competing against Prince to rap, and then they lined up behind us because we took
put him out there. Put Hakeem out there. I like that one. I like that, Mr. Muhammad.
I made sure Hakeem was the first one in there. The other brothers lined up like 100 dudes from the street lined up behind us because I took on my security demeanor, and then Hakeem was the first one to go on. And what I couldn't believe, he was good. But on top of that, his competition clapped for him. I said, "Oh my God,
that's a throwback."
That's a throwback, but it applies to the
scenario.
Huh?
I made sure he was the first one in the door.
Listen, he held me down on many situations, and that was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Running, getting up in the escalators, and I'm like, "Say, don't worry, I got you." You know what I'm saying?
Man, Hakeem full of it, man. I ain't got time for you, man. You full of it, man. But no, I say T.I. is wrong. So if people do watch the playback, T.I. is wrong for ranking the guy. That one I do go against him on that. But everything else, he's not wrong for. I would have let T.I. right in. I was like, go right ahead. You need anything else? You need some bottles? Because he's gonna bring the crowd with him. Because you know he's gonna go on live. You know he's gonna go live. They're like, T.I., where you at? Oh, I'm over here at this bar over here at this college campus. You know how many people are going to go up there? That's good for business. Mm-hmm. People got to think. Think about it, Hakeem. President-elect Trump. Remember he was at that McDonald's? People were trying to go to that McDonald's. He's still trying to find out what McDonald's he went to over there. Shout out to you, Mr. Muhammad, for coming through. Busy out. Normally we let people on the panel on Wednesdays, but Mr. Muhammad, he does security. That's his profession, so that's why we let him in to get like a deep dive on a T.I. situation when it comes to the aspect of security. Now, but shout out to Nightish, that's also in the building. Ashton, the creator of the Shiesty Avenger, is also in the building. Shout out to Wyatt High, even though his Cowboys, man, something about the Cowboys, man, I don't know what it is. Shout out to Rachel right now that's watching us on Instagram. We really do greatly appreciate you, Rachel, and also my condolences that I know you lost someone special this week, and also my friend Joseph as well, who also lost someone. You know, I didn't want to say his full name, so
my bad.
But it is Josue, who lost someone special dear to him as well.
That's a tough
childhood friend, childhood family. You know what I'm saying? Family, we grew up together, and to see that is very, very heartbreaking. It's a sad day, you know. It's a sad day. It's also a celebration, but you know, it's tough. It's tough.
You think you're going through something worse? People are going through worse. Because
correct.
What he lost Can break
I already know.
anybody's.
That was it. Oh my bro, that thing had me in the morning. Like I'm still shocked by it.
Yeah.
But live, you just you can't understand it. Appreciate that, Muhammad, man. It's tough. It's tough. Trust me, Jordan, it's tough. We'll tell you about that later in the back, but it's tough. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Woo, sports. Jordan, you already know it's sports time. Weekend's coming up. What's going on with the sports world?
Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's get into NFL. So this was a big trending topic for today, and it was by the New York Giants. So the ex-quarterback, now he's an ex-quarterback, Daniel Jones, he was released today from the New York Giants. Yesterday he was a start. Well, yesterday he was dropped from the starting quarterback to the quarterback number 4, and while he was at New York Giants, you know, he played 6 years. He's 24, 44 and 1 as a starter. He was drafted at number 6 at 2019 draft. He only took the New York Jets playoff one time, but other than that, you know, and also they cut him a deal last year? Yeah, last year, $160 million. Making them pay. New York Giants was paying him $40 million a year. They did that at Vegas a year ago, and he wasn't showing it, and now they officially cut him. And the reason why this is making news because the Giants and the New York Jets, you know, they had the Jets have big expectations, but it looks like, you know, the Giant New York football, it's been trash this year, very, very trash. So go ahead, team, play Daniel Jones. We wrote a fair word type of letter, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Something down just to make sure I say it the right way. Let's see. The opportunity to play for the New York Giants was truly a dream come true, and I'm extremely grateful to the Mara and Tisch families for the chance to play here. The Giants are truly a first-class organization, and I have nothing but genuine respect and appreciation for the people who have built it and who helped carry on that tradition. I've met so many special people and created relationships that will truly last a lifetime. Thank you to all my teammates, coaches, and staff that have done so much for me these past 6 years. There have been some great times, but of course, we all wish there had been more of those. I take full responsibility for my part in not bringing more wins. No one wanted to win more games worse than me, and I gave everything I had on the field and in my preparation. Of course, this season has been disappointing for all, and of course, I wish I could have done more. I'm 100% accountable for my part. I did not play well enough consistently enough to help the team get the results. The reality of the NFL is it's hard to win games and requires consistent performance from everyone involved. We didn't do that well enough, so the idea to change something happens, and I understand. I love the game. I love being part of a team. I'm excited for the next opportunity and know that there's a lot of good football in front of me, and I'm excited about that. To all the fans, I have deep respect and appreciation for your passion and love for the Giants. The fans are a huge part of what makes playing for the Giants so special.
So that's Daniel Jones. He was released today. So likely for this, if he stays in the NFL, he most likely will be a backup quarterback, and that's how it's looking. So go ahead, Ronnie. What's your take on the New York Giants finally releasing Daniel Jones? And what do you see in the future of the New York Giants? Do you think they're going to draft quarterbacks? I think we're going to have a top 5 pick next year when it comes to the draft. So what do you see what the New York Giants going to do?
Now that, but shout out to Crown Prince that's also in the building. Long time no see, my brother. Great to see you. Daniel Jones wasn't a great quarterback for the Giants. I don't even think he fits the Giants organization. That's why they let him go. He only averaged about 180 a game, rushing yards about 30 rush a game. And you saw, Jordan, they were this close going to the playoffs. Well, I think like 2 years ago, and that was it. Like they underperformed. People fail to realize quarterbacks are like quote unquote one of the most highest paid athletes, but yet they've been doing a less performance. Now, Patrick Mahomes, to me, I think he's the only one that's really, really shining. But right now, he's kind of rocky a little bit. But he's the only one that's really performing. He took his team to the Super Bowl, and he's winning. So, and won championships. Someone like, Daniel Jones, who also got paid very well, underperformed. Unacceptable. I think the Giants organization did the right thing. They let him go, and they're gonna pick somebody else in the draft who they see fit for that team. It's sad to say because I don't like to see when quarterback get let go or released. It hurts their spirit because now they gotta look for another team that's willing to pick him on. But he was underperforming. Some people would say he was trash. 180, especially you got one of the fastest receiver right now on your team. Like, come on now. Giants are gonna do better. Remember, they legendary because Elon. Like, for example, Elon Manning when he was over there, you saw that Elon Manning was normally averaging about 200 yards a game, but you saw he took his team where he needed to take the team. That's how a quarterback is supposed to run. They're gonna do what they got to do. And next step is gonna be the coaching staff. The Giants it's terrible. It's terrible. Shout out to those that are all Giants fans, but I know the Giants fans right now they're very disappointed with how the Giants running this season alone. Go right ahead.
So I have certain metrics the way I judge quarterbacks and players. For a quarterback, you either have the physical ability or you have the strategic ability. Now, a beloved brother in Baltimore, has the physical ability. He's able to run the ball. He's doing all these little tricks. And then you got Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Tom Brady was a mastermind when it comes to throwing plays. He probably didn't have the best arm, and that's just my opinion. But when it came to best plays, same thing with Eli Manning. Eli Manning was, a lot of people would say he wasn't like a Hall of Famer quarterback. He became that after he won them Super Bowls, but we never heard of him. But strategically, he knew how to play the game, knew how to run the plays, front and back. He understands the fundamentals. This guy here, he doesn't have the physical ability, and he doesn't have the strategic mindset to run the plays. I don't know if he was just off. I didn't think he understands some of this stuff, and I'm talking about with his stats. Even a Tua played better than him. You feel me trying to say?
No, but he don't fit the team. That's what I'm saying. Like he just don't fit the team. He need to go to a team that fits him. Go ahead.
Was it you or Jordan that says that you got to build the team around the quarterback? I don't know if it was one of y'all that said that.
It sounds like Jordan more likely.
It was one of y'all that said that, and I honestly agree with you on that. I think when you insert a quarterback who comes from a certain playing style, from a certain coach, and that's another thing too. These kids are leaving coaches who had them on a certain strict regimens, and they come in with new coaching styles that doesn't fit.
Yep.
And
that's a fact. Yep.
So we have to see it from that point. Go ahead, brother.
Personally, for me, I'm gonna go back to where he was drafted at number 6. To me, looking him back in college at Duke, he looked like a third round or a fourth round type of quarterback. But the Giants thought he was a first round pick, which I have no idea he drafted at the number 1 pick. His 6 years, he's been below average, And the thing is about it, you have Saquon Barkley majority of the time in your career as New York Giants. But even though Saquon, he was hurt in some seasons, and there was a time they went to the playoffs 2 years ago, and they beat the Minnesota Vikings, their first playoff win and everything. And that's when he got his $160 million, $40 million a year. They paid him, but to me, he wasn't the best player on the team. The best player was on the team was Saquon Barkley, and they did not pay Saquon Barkley. Now you see Saquon Barkley in the Philadelphia Eagles, and he's looking fantastic. He might be first. He might be first pro to me because, like I say, to me, Saquon Barkley, he was your best player. It wasn't Daniel Jones. It was Saquon Barkley. Now they're paying for it, and they see how Saquon Barkley doing so well. They had to release Daniel Jones because you look at his production this year. If you look at the production of Saquon's having a way better production with the Philly than Daniel Jones him as a quarterback. So I don't know the reason why they didn't pay Saquon Barkley first and not Daniel Jones, but it cost him. It cost him this year. That's why I see Daniel Jones is gone. And the thing is, like, they got Malik Neighbors, which to me, he looks like the best, even though Marvin Harrison Jr. back in Arizona, he's good. Malik Neighbors, he stands out. When you watch him on TV, he stands out. And Malik Neighbors is going to be a top quality receiver. But the thing is, you can't get him open. And and with Daniel Jones, you know, when it comes to him, you know, passing the ball, he can't. When it comes to man-to-man coverage, he can't throw in tight windows like that. He can't. And the thing is, the coach that he has, I do like Brian Daboll. You know, Brian Daboll, who was the offensive coordinator for the Bills with Josh Allen, and Josh Allen had well, not this year, but Josh Allen was really, really good with Brian Daboll, and that's why the New York Giants hired Brian Daboll. And I think that the Giants is going to keep him because they run through coaches. You know, they had 2 other coaches that coached them 2 or 3 years, and then they fired him. So I think they're gonna keep the coach. Daniel Jones, to me, he's like to be a backup unless there's a team out there, which I really can't think of, and say, hey, you know, if he could be a quality starter for us, you know, I like, you know, because like I said, Daniel Jones, he's an athlete now, you know, he can run the ball. But to me, throwing the ball like that, he can't really go deep like that. So if an offensive coordinator coach can see they can do something with him, hey, be my guest. But how I'm looking at Daniel Jones, he might just be a backup quarterback, you know, most of the league, which is still a good thing. You know, Daniel Jones, he got his money. He got his $40 million. He's going to get paid this year, next year. So he got his money. So he's set for life. So it's likely Daniel Jones might be a backup quarterback, stay in the league the next 4 or 5 years. Hey, that's cool. Hey, that's cool. That's still successful. But Daniel Jones in New York, it was a disaster. Especially playing in New York, it was just a disaster. And it cost the New York Giants. It definitely cost them. So they definitely get a top five pick next year. I won't be surprised if they get a quarterback. Shedeur Sanders for Colorado, baby. It might happen, but we're gonna wait and see. That's my take on that.
No, not only that, but shout out to J Hub that's also in the building. He made a good point. He said that wide receiver was their best player. He was. I think his name was Malik, if I'm not mistaken.
Malik. He's the best. He's the beast.
He was averaging about like 80 yards a game, and he wouldn't even throw him the ball. Now I say, Daniel Jones is just not the quarterback for the Giants. I'm sorry, he's just not. And like Jordy made a good point when it came to Saquon Barkley. Like you saw, like how he's doing it right now, rushing over 100 yards a game.
Or he's first
over there. That's incredible. But Why made a good point too. He said bad team and owners destroying young quarterbacks. They are.
Yep.
They are. They prime example. Look what's going on with Jerry Jones and Dak Prescott. That they just coming in destroying young quarterbacks. So it is what it is. But let's see how it goes this Sunday. I think Giants are playing. I just want to see how that's going to happen with the new. I think they got a new starting quarterback. He's a rookie, of course. He's a rookie. But let's see how he does in opening game for New York Giants. So let's see him being gone. He's going to get picked. I see Daniel Jones being picked as someone's secondary quarterback, but not the starter. No, he might go not to the Commanders. He might go to the Raiders probably, because Raiders do need like a secondary quarterback. I see him probably going down.
Hey, still getting paid $40 million out of King. He's still getting paid $40 million this year or next year.
Yep,
the contract's guaranteed.
The contract is fact, Jordan. So he's still getting paid. Even though Hakeem C not performing, they need to stop paying each quarterback those type of money. That's what make them not perform.
They getting lazy.
Boy. That's what I got to give Mahomes credit. Mahomes and Lamar, you got to give them credit. Brock Purdy trying to get a deal like that. But let's see how that happens.
Yeah, Josh Allen, he balling too. He might win MVP this year.
Yeah, Josh Allen, Goff.
Yeah,
they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. But them other quarterbacks, forget it. Like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side so you never miss when we go live. You already know it is Freestyle Friday. Shout out to those watching on Instagram, X, Rumble, Facebook. You already know YouTube. We love you guys. Kick, and also Twitch. Guys, make sure you follow. It's so very important that you guys follow so you never miss when we go live over there on Twitch and also Kick World. Make sure you follow us, guys. We really do greatly appreciate it. It is Freestyle Friday. So, Jordan, with everything goes, man. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, I got many topics, so I'm not gonna go in order. I'm gonna, pick here and there. So I'm gonna start out with this. I'm gonna start with a bang. Let's talk about. I want to talk about this first. Let's talk about the former TV host Jay Leno. So Jay Leno, he he was on Inside Edition a couple days ago, and somebody saw him like on the street. I guess he was in Hollywood, and Jay Little a little beat up. You know, he had broken wrist. You know, his face was all messed up on the side, and he said that allegedly that he fall down a big hill. But if you look at his face, he didn't look like he fall down a big hill. I know Jay Little's in his 70s, but boy, he looked messed up. And people, we're gonna show you for you guys. So Hakeem, go ahead and play on the clip of Jay Leno, and let's see for itself if you look at his face, if he'll let you fall. Go ahead, Hakeem.
What on earth happened to Jay Leno?
Oh, your poor face.
Look at my eye.
Oh my gosh.
Jay Leno is all bruised up. The left side of his face is black and blue. His eye is swollen shut. And look at his injured wrist.
It broke my wrist. Lost the nail on the finger, and then I'm all black and blue.
The comedian says he fell down a 60-foot hill.
I said, well, the hill doesn't look that steep. Let me take it down. And then
You rolled down a hill?
Oh,
that's not true.
No, that's true.
Jay Leno says he was staying at a Hampton Inn about 30 miles outside of Pittsburgh on Saturday night when he wanted to have dinner at a local restaurant before his show. Instead of walking a mile and a half down the road, he decided to take a shortcut down the hill. Not a good idea. This is believed to be the steep incline he tumbled down.
Well, I hit a bunch of rocks. It was 60 feet.
Incredibly, the famous workaholic legend performed just 3 hours later without even taking a day off to nurse his injuries. Last night, he was back at it again, performing at a comedy show in Beverly Hills. This is just the latest mishap to afflict Leno in recent years. In November 2022, he was severely burned in a fire inside his garage.
I went to the Grossman Burn Center, and I got a new face. That's a brand new ear.
Leno needed skin grafts, and there he is undergoing hyperbaric therapy at the world-renowned Grossman Burn Center in Los Angeles. Tomorrow night, he'll perform at Comedy for a Cause in Hermosa Beach to raise money for the Burn Foundation, his thank you for saving his life.
Will you be able to see again?
It'll be fine. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Jay Little got bad luck because, with his injuries, but that bruise was really bad, And I used to watch Jay Little back in the day. We had his night show and everything. I was a big fan of Jay Little, but yeah, man, it's crazy. So go ahead, King. What's your take, man, when it comes to Jay Little? Because it looks like he'd be unlucky about, him being burned and him looking at a hill 60 feet high. He said, oh, wow, I could go down this hill, but he tumbled and broke his wrist and his face is on. Boy, it's messed up. But go ahead, King. What's your take?
But this is in line with Jay Leno, man. He's old school. Get up, do his own thing, get hurt, and keep it moving. Like, for you to be that bruised and still go out and work, he doesn't need the money. Let's just be honest about that. He does not need the money.
He don't.
But I think he'll be all right. You know what I mean? If he's out there walking 70 like that, I got to give him his credit. Shout outs to Jay Leno.
Not only that, but he's an older man. Like Natasha Vision say, he's an older man. They bruise easily. They do. Mm-hmm. Older people just bruise easily. But to me, I think you need to take it easy. Relax. You in your golden years. Golden years mean it's time to relax. Do your little comedy show here and there and relax on your money. But he is a workaholic. That's the thing about Jay Leno. He's been a workaholic for years. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of forgot about him because I thought he was relaxing. I didn't even know he was still working.
Same here.
But Jay Leno, take it easy, man. When you climb up those mountains, just take it easy, my dude. Because the next one might be your last. So just relax and do what you gotta do. But shout out to Jay Leno. It shows you can be 7 years old and never stop grinding. He's still grinding. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jay Leno, like I say, he might. I mean, he's 70, looking like he's 74, but I feel like he feels like he's in his, young 20s and 30s like that. He feels like he can move around like that. But Jay Little, man, and like you said, you guys are right. He is definitely a workaholic. He likes to work. He likes cars. He does have a car show here. He does a car show every year, and I think in Beverly Hills, because this man has over 100 cars and everything. But yeah, man, that Jay Little, you gotta take it easy, yo. Falling down a cliff 60 feet, thinking it was 10 feet. Like Jay Little, man, you 74, man. You really gotta take it easy. And then the older you are, you bruise very easy. And it's like when you're younger, you heal quickly. When you're older, it takes you time to heal. it definitely takes time to heal. So Jay, man, Little, please take it easy. And 74, man still look good. I thought he was older than that, but yeah, Jay Little, man, please take it easy. You know, I don't feel like you're still a young man, but you know, if you guys have a couple bodyguards that tell you what to do when it comes to doing outside things, let your bodyguard have that power, because you can't be looking like this. Like, you know, if I saw Jay Little looking like that, I would roast him like somebody like beat like really like put it at like beat his ass, something like that, because it looked like he got his ass whooped. That's how bad his bruises is. But he is an old man, so Jay Little, please take it easy, sir.
All right, ahead, Jordan. Moving forward.
All right, let's go. Let's get into it. Let's talk about. Let's talk about the state here, state of California. So, during the election, which I attended in when it comes to proposition. So there was a proposition when it comes to raising the minimum wage here in the state of California, and for the majority, the votes, the majority declined of the rejection of increasing the minimum wage here in the state of California. So instead of being, I think it's what, $16 an hour, it would have been $18 an hour. When it comes to the majority of votes, a lot of people would say decline it and not to raise the minimum wage in the state of California. Oh, shout out to Joe O'Hardo, level 1 supporter? Let me go back. Yeah, level 1 supporter. Appreciate you, Joe O'Hardo.
Shout out to Joe, man. How you been, brother?
Blessings be upon you. Happy Friday.
Sir. Happy Friday. Yeah, so yeah, shout out to you, Joe O'Hardo. So go ahead, Hakeem. I'll play the clip with the minimum wage, not being raised, and after that we'll jump into it.
We're looking at the message voters are sending by rejecting California's Proposition 32. It would have raised the state's minimum wage for most workers from the current $16 an hour to $18 an hour. Now, the Associated Press called the race on Tuesday evening with a very slim majority voting no on the increase. ABC 10's Becca Habegger asked experts why it failed.
By a slim margin of 50.8% to 49.2%, fewer than 250,000 votes as of Thursday, California voters rejected Prop 32.
This would have made things terribly worse.
John Kabatek is the California State Director for the National Federation of Independent Business.
We represent about 13,000 small businesses across the state.
His organization opposed Prop 32, saying raising the state minimum wage for most workers from $16 to $18 an hour would have resulted in higher costs for small businesses and, as a result, higher prices for consumers. He points to a state law that went into effect back in April, raising the minimum wage specifically for fast food workers at larger chains to $20 an hour. Critics say that has led to higher prices on the menu and made it harder for those chains to do business in the state.
The rising prices, the job layoffs, the small businesses leaving California. What we've seen is voters saying, whoa, let's push the pause button. We've seen what happened with fast food. We don't need this to happen with groceries, other small businesses, retailers, and again, consumers. And I think that voters saw through that.
I have been fighting to raise the minimum wage in California and across the country for 22 years.
Sarujaya Raman advocated for Prop 32. She's president of the nonprofit One Fair Wage and director of the Food Labor Research Center at UC Berkeley.
The cost of everything has gone up. The cost of gas, the cost of housing, the cost of food. The only thing that has not gone up is the cost of people and people's labor. And if you suppress that one input and let everything else go up, that's what creates the affordability crisis.
She points out Prop 32 failed by a slim margin. So why did voters reject the measure? Sacramento State professor of finance Sanjay Varshney says, in part, Californians are fed up with the high cost of living and taking it out on the ruling party. In this case, by rejecting the Democratic Party-endorsed Prop 32.
They clearly are sending a signal to the government that the people don't like what the government is doing.
He doesn't think Prop 32 would have eased cost of living issues.
No. That's not going to solve the problem of the loss of affordability. We need to fix the issues at the policy level.
Becca Habegger, ABC 10.
Now, this was the first time a majority of California voters rejected a statewide minimum wage increase, and that's according to Cal Chamber, which opposed Prop 32. But I want to get into some of the minimum wages because they vary across the country. The federal minimum wage in the U.S. is currently $7.25 per hour. According to the Department of Labor, 30 states, including California, all have a minimum wage above the federal level. 13 other states use the federal minimum wage, and 7 states have no statewide minimum wage or have a minimum wage lower than the federal average.
So there you go. So I'm gonna go first, gentlemen, because I was involved in this process of voting. So I voted no. Not raise minimum wage here in the state of California, and I'll tell you why. You know, we live in cities like here, Los Angeles, or a city in San Francisco, right? When you live in those cities, like city has a different minimum wage. So even though the state is $16, but if you live in and if you here in Los Angeles, minimum wage is like $16.50 or $16.75. Or if you live in San Francisco, even though minimum wage is $16. The city there minimum wage might be $17 or $18 there. But to me, when you put, trying to change the minimum wage to 16 to 18, what companies gonna do? What are companies gonna do, like a McDonald's, like fast food chains? What they gonna do? Since you raised the minimum wage to $18, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut hours, we're gonna cut labor, and we're gonna cut staff, because companies can do that. And to me, when people live in a minimum wage, it's like, yo, if you live a minimum wage, that is your standard. Like you can't have a standard of keep raising minimum wage, because if you raise minimum wage, that's gonna be your standard. You should be going out making more money. There's companies out there. Well, if you stay there, they will want you to move up so you can make more money. And people that still and people have the mindset of seeing, if we raise minimum wage, if they raise minimum wage, everything else is going to be raising up. Food's going to be raising up. Rent's going to be raising up. And I'm glad to hear Senator California, we declined that. And a lot of people say, hey, because if you live in the cities like here, especially like in San Francisco, which is way more expensive there than it is here in Los Angeles, like, like people are smart. It's like, yo, if we pay minimum wage, then everything else is going to go up. So I advise people that have a mindset, especially here that lives in the state of California. To me, you got to move up in your company to order to sustain a quality of life here in California. If you cannot do that, move to another state, because we can't, like I said, we can't keep raising minimum wage. Minimum wage, everything's going up, because if we raise minimum wage up here, they're gonna raise everything else right here. So, and a lot of people, and I'm glad that a lot of people reject it. A lot of people voted to reject this, because this can't be raising minimum wage just to kind of survive here, because if we would have accepted the 18, man, you thought it was expensive. Now, boy, it would have definitely got expensive, if you raise the $18 starting next year. So I'm glad this bill was denied here in the state of California. And there's other things we got to work on, especially in the politics, especially the state governor in Sacramento, because there's a lot of policies that needs to be changed here in the state of California, because it becomes like rent control, that type of things. Because if we could tackle that, we could have a better state of quality of life here in California. But the minimum wage, that was not going to help us people in the state of California. Go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take?
I ain't gonna lie, but if I was there in California, I would have voted no as well, because at the same time, you made a good point all across the board. The more you raise minimum wage, the more the cost of living goes up. I think people fail to realize that. I understand that now. Back in the days when I was ignorant at the fact, I would have voted yes. I would be like, yes to minimum wage. We need more money. Okay, cool, but you gotta understand, that loaf of bread is at a set price, because the simple fact is things are lower. But soon as things goes high, that means that loaf of bread is gonna go high, because they gotta pay their workers a certain amount of money, because that's how businesses run. So I think people don't really understand the true meaning of financial and how the economy works. So I think when people really understand how the economy works, then people understand how things are being moved. And I keep saying, and I'm gonna keep saying again, The government need to stop raising rates. The more they raise rates, the more it make it hard for the American people. People are getting tired of it and they're getting sick of it. Shout out to Jordan Herman for the super chat of $4.99. He said, brother, we made it. We made it. The burn week, heal times. Bless. Thank you so much for the super chat, dog. We really do greatly appreciate it. Go right ahead, Akeem.
I wish people was getting paid back $7 again. The average amount of coffee right now is about $5 at Dunkin' Donuts. They paying people at McDonald's $13, $14.
13.
When you go get a meal, it's $10. A whole meal now at Burger King, $10. So now people are paying it in their pockets. And I don't believe somebody who flipped burgers deserve to make $18. You know what I mean? You're on par with somebody that's an EMT.
Yeah, facts. That don't make any sense.
You know what I mean? He had to go to school. EMTs don't get paid that much. They go to school and learn life-saving tips, and you getting paid just as much as an EMT.
Facts.
Or you see what I'm trying to say? So we really need to understand economics from the thing. I think we need to understand that people, China not playing fair, and what the guy said, we got to attack it from a policy level. They don't pay any taxes and they bring their goods, sell it at higher price. We love to pay for it. And then the money goes back to them. So we need to make sure that we need to have a medium where we all can live. And, you know what I mean? Prices are low and people are able to afford. If you want to make more money, go back to school, learn a skill.
Yeah, and I want to say this too. There's very few burger places. I'll name one, In-N-Out. You know, they started their In-N-Out Burger. They started their employees, $20 an hour flipping burgers.
Wow.
But why? Because In-N-Out has a system, and a system of how they work their stuff, how they operate, and then menus very, very small too. So In-N-Out, they always, if you ever come to California, Ronnie would tell you, if you go to In-N-Out Burger, it's like the line is packed, always packed. Like the cars are packed. There's a waiting time between a half hour to an hour. If you don't go by the time you'll be waiting for like a half hour to an hour. And that's all the In-N-Out in here in California, Hakeem, they are waiting because In-N-Out has a system and they make very good profit and they care about their employees of paying them. If you're a manager there, Hakeem, you're gonna get 6 figures. And that's why a lot of fast food workers, like, when it comes to In-N-Out, they have that standard because they have, like I said, they know how to operate, they know what people want, and it stays like that. But when it comes to McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, they're not gonna do that. If they're gonna pay you, they want you to move up. When it comes to minimum wage, if you're gonna be a flipping burgers at the time, they're not gonna pay you as much unless you invest yourself into the company. A lot of companies not like In-N-Out, which they care about their employers. A lot of these companies, they don't. So like I said, when it comes to this minimum wage, people, if you can't afford a minimum wage here or work 2 jobs, go to another state. That's my take on that.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. If people understand how the economic world works, people will have more understanding. Shout out to Tommy B that's also watching us on Instagram. Go ahead, Jordan. Moving forward.
All right, on to the next topic. Let's talk about Ice Cube. So, so a lot of people. This was 3 years ago that y'all remember? No, 2020. Y'all remember Ice Cube had like a plan because of Black people, how build economic success, and the thing is, he want to talk to not just the Democrats but the Republicans. So he wanted to talk to Joe Biden and also Donald Trump. But there was a lot of people had mixed emotion about his plan and think that he kind of favored to the Republican, which is Donald Trump, and a lot of people thought he was a Donald Trump supporter. So Ice Cube was on a podcast like a day or 2 ago to address the situation that people thinking that he's a Trump supporter, and they said he got them messed up. So go ahead, Akeem, play the clip. I think it's the first 2 clips. Don't worry about the other ones. I think it's the first 2 clips. So play the first 2 clips. And then after that, we'll chop it up from Ice Cube.
people who believe that you're a mega supporter got you fucked up.
People who think I'm MAGA or Trump supporter and all that, and I went out there and voted for the Republicans and all this, man, they got me fucked up, you know. Never said that. They have no proof. I ain't never endorsed a candidate. So, you know, I just think they got me fucked up, and it's just a narrative that's wrong. And
Why do you think people believe that you support Trump?
I think because when I put out the contract with Black America, both parties came to me. I didn't go to them saying, look what I got, man. You should sit down and talk to me. Both of them came to me and said, yo, you got an interesting document here. Can we discuss it with you? And I discussed it with the Democrats, discussed it with the Republicans.
You said people who believe that you're a mega supporter got you fucked.
And the Democrats was like, yo, after we win, we'll deal with it. And the Republicans said, yo, you got some good ideas. Can we use a few of them and put them in our plan? Now, their plan was called the Platinum Plan. That's not my plan. That's theirs. That was done in their own think tank, and they came up with that. Mine is called the Contract with Black America. So they plucked a few things out of that contract and put it in their plan, and people are saying that was my plan. And so they running with it, but they the ones stupid because that's not the truth.
For sure.
Yeah. Once you are an impactful person and you talk to politicians, and the Democrats was like, yo, after we win, we'll deal with it. And the Republican.
Yeah, so there you go. That was Ice Cube kind of addressing the situation of a lot of people think, he was, a Trump supporter or a MAGA supporter, which he was not. I remember he was talking about the plan back in 2020, and he wanted, the Republicans, they're kind of listen up. What can you do for Black people? And a lot of Black people got misunderstanding that, why would you talk to the Republicans and Donald Trump and everything? Because he must be a fanboy of Donald Trump or something like that, which wasn't the case. So go ahead, Hakeem, and then what's your take on what's your take on Ice Cube? Really have discussed people like, he's no party, and he just try to help, Black. What could we do to help for Black people?
We're in a different time and place where people are so emotional and they just go off to the deep end with things. I want to remind people, Malcolm X sat down with the CIA and stuff like that, and sat down with the Ku Klux Klan. Same thing with Marcus Garvey, trying to build a plan for his own people. You have to work with your enemies to get that, but to think that he's working with his enemies, every Black person wants to think negative in some way because we're working. What we were supposed to do, not talk to them, stay on the other side of the room. The man was the only one who went out there and said, okay, we'll work with the Republicans and we'll work with the Democrats. Democrats ain't do nothing, but the Republicans was willing to sit down and say, hey, we'll take some of yours and put this in, and we got all this other going. What you think about that? And that's what it was all. It was just a conversation. I give them more credit for that. But Black people think that you're not going to have to work with the Republicans. It's another party. You're going to have to, whatever idea you think, and for you to think that he went and had a conversation that he's a Republican, he's MAGA, he supports this, you're a fool. And that's it.
Yeah, I'm saying you got to learn how to work together. I think people fail to realize that. But I think because this election was so emotionally involved and was so emotionally heightened, people are afraid to speak their mind. But Ice Cube is not one of the people that are afraid to speak his mind. So he's going to let you know, like, hey, this is what's going on. This is how I'm feeling. So I went to go sit with Donald Trump and then see, okay, what is best for our community, our people. Let's make it happen. Makes sense to me. He went to the other side. They didn't do anything. So why are people upset for it? That's why I said I don't understand that. Because you have one opinion about him online, you're using that to say, okay, he's not going to try to help. Go right ahead, George.
Yeah, man. Hakeem was right about how here these times, especially 2024, we're so emotionally when it comes to politics, especially the black people on the Democratic side. We get so emotional for no reason at all, knowing that not just the Democrat or Republicans, they're not going to do anything you can do for black people. So but the thing is like we are seeing in small numbers that because a lot of black, even though a majority of black people vote for the Democrat Kamala Harris and everything, you still see a slight percentage. You see a 10% increase from 2020 to 2024 that a lot of people either voted for Trump or did not vote. You see maybe a 1 or 2% of black women, either didn't vote for Kamala Harris, they did not vote for the election or voted for Trump. So we just have to see as black people, we need to, when it comes to both of these parties, really delineate from these parties and be independent and worry about what you're gonna do for us as a collection of black people. And and you see that on the more of the older generation who kind of stayed, who ride it down with the Democrats, but you starting to see a bigger, not a bigger percentage, but you see a slight of an increase of especially younger, as black men, younger black men, millennials, inherited disease. They're either more turning, conservative, which might be Republican, or being independent. And black men, do not be scared of if you have your views. It's like, hey, what are you gonna do for us? Do not let these Democrats, put you on the straight or kind of scare do these scare tactics to us as black people, because they do that all the time. Especially with the Project 2025. Now that President Donald Trump is at 2025, and also the Senate is controlled by Republicans. Hakeem, Ronnie, have y'all talked after Donald Trump won his election? Y'all heard of Project 2025 yet? I haven't heard anything. Nope. Nothing.
Yeah.
Where's 2025 now? But it was a scare tactic to the Democrats. And I want the black people to remember this. Like, you have to find a way to, when it comes to emotional, be unemotional from the politics and what they're going to clearly do for black people, or what they're going to do for you as a black family, and really look at the also for both parties, what they're going to do for the world, the policies they're going to do for you. And to me, for the Republicans or for Democrats, we stay on one side, and you hear and you look, you're loyal to one side, but it comes from the other side, you don't really hear them out like that. That's not good. That's really not good. And hopefully, when it comes to the next election, that hopefully we get some younger candidates, that become president, anything like that. And just to see that, hey, really delineate for these parties and really listen. And that's what Ice Cube was trying to do. He didn't care from the Republican or Democrat. He was like, hey, I got a plan for these guys. What you can do for black people, and that's what he did. But a lot of people saw that, he specifically didn't hold on to one party, which is the Democrats, which a lot of black people like. And when he was talking to the Republican, a lot of us had a problem with Donald Trump. Said, "Are you really for Trump? Like, what is you trying to do?" And people got so emotional and so blind about what Ice Cube was trying to do that they thought he was with Trump. And Ice Cube was never about that. Ice Cube don't even vote. A lot of people don't know Ice Cube don't even vote. He don't care. He just want to know what he's going to do for black people. And hopefully, and like I said, this next generation, and hopefully, the next election, and majority of black people, that we can listen from both parties of what you're going to do for us, and you can pick from there. Simple as that. And if we don't do that, you're still gonna be a slave. That mindset of a slave because of the Democrat. You are, like I said, the people that's mostly the Democrat, you are a slave to the Democrats because they know what they do. They can do with you, and they know how to scare you. If that next party wins, something like that. So black people, we need to wake up more. Even though I'm seeing the percentage that we are waking up a little bit, just 10% of it, but we need to wake up more when it comes to knowing what what politicians going to do, not just for the government, but also state and also in the city, what they going to do for you. Simple as that. If they try to scare attack you, don't vote for them, because it's really a popularity contest. It's what they can do is for you to get their vote. They can scare attack you. They can do all types of things. But the thing is, if they're not saying what they're going to do, you won't have to vote no party. Withhold your votes, because I believe you do have power to withhold your vote, especially the Black people. And that's what Ice Cube was trying to do. And people that thought, Ice Cube was part of the Republican Party, shame on y'all. Because, if you look at the history of Ice Cube, all the way back to the 90s, he's all about Black people. And people that use the Democrats to think that he was part of Republicans, shame on y'all. Because Ice Cube was always here for the Black people. And also what he can do for help with our Black community. And Ice Cube has always been about that. So shame on you guys who thought that he was with the Republican Party, because he was with none of that. Shame on you guys.
Moving forward, guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification so you never miss when we go live. Moving forward, because time is moving against us. So, we got a lot of topics to cover. It's some good ones here. So, you want to go right ahead?
All right, let's go to the next one. Let's talk about Neo. So Neo went on a podcast and he talked about really how he feels so free of what he truly is and not accepting monogamy for him. He feels like, ever since, he's been dating multiple women, he feels that he has his higher form, and, he feels like he's the best version of himself of dating multiple women. When it comes to celebrities and comes to men that has a lot of money, men have the option to date, multiple women, because, they have the money, they high honors or high value. So, so we do have a clip of Neo speaking about, not, lying to himself, or how, he feels really good dating multiple women and not having the society norms of him just dating one woman. So go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Everything is not for everybody. I know you've heard that said before.
Yes.
It is some of the truest that anyone has ever said. Everything is not for everybody. Okay? Society tells you that you're supposed to be with one person. You get married and y'all supposed to be together forever. I am not shitting on marriage. I am not shitting on anyone who has figured out how to make that thing work for them. Mm-hmm. Again, everything's not for everybody. Monogamy is for you. Mm-hmm. It's not for me. I realize this. I know this now. And it's like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I realized I spent so much time lying and trying to be somebody that I wasn't for the sake of somebody else. Mm-hmm. Complete and utter time wasted, when I could have just been exactly who I am, said exactly what I want, exactly how I'm rocking, exactly how I'm not, and then waited for those people to gravitate to me. Because that's my reality now. It's my reality now. I don't have to lie anymore. And I'd be damned if I ever go back to that person that needed to lie for the appeasement of somebody else. I'm not that. And I realized that everything is not for everybody.
So there you go. That was Neo, and I really explained, like, hey, when it comes to monogamy, that is not for me. I'm more polygamous, and I like to date multiple women. And he's coming out with his truth like that. So go ahead, Ronnie. What's your take about Neo? Talk about his truth about, hey, this is what I like. I'm not with the monogamy. I'm more polygamous. Go ahead.
So to me, someone like in his status is able to do that. He can afford it, so you can have multiple women. And I kind of realized that a long time ago. He was more of a polygamous type of guy, because the simple fact is he kept cheating on the type of women he was with, and then write songs about it. So it makes perfect sense. And I love his honesty. I'm being honest. I think most men need to be more honest with women and tell them the truth. Like, hey, if you're looking for a monogamous relationship, I'm not the guy. You need to go find somebody that fits you. I'm more of a polygamous guy. I want multiple women in my relationship. So kudos to him for being honest. And I think people in his statue need to make that clear. But I'm going to just keep it in mind. This is a caveat. Not everybody is able to do that, to have multiple women. I'm just being honest. It takes too much to manage. Go right ahead.
I'm gonna say it from this point. Before I want to read this comment. It says, I have the mindset when I was younger, when I matured to realize I only wanted one and only my wife to give it and not to spread the love around. 100%. So here's the thing about this. I'm happy that he's honest, but he sounds like a bumbling fool. The world was built on monogamy. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. Here's something that he doesn't want to talk about, that we will have to wait for some years. What are you going to do when you didn't build up that relationship with one person? Who's going to take care of you? You've been with multiple women all your life. You didn't time to build the camaraderie, to build the friendship, to build that long-lasting relationship, somebody who's your rock, to go through the motions. When you haven't built that with somebody, why would somebody stay and come help you? You feel what I'm trying to say? We've got examples of monogamy. People been married up until they passed away. Parents are helping one sick parent. This is what life is all about. Not to say to caretake is the one thing, but building that relationship with one person. I don't see how a man can build that with multiple women. I don't know how that's going to work. You know what I mean? You setting yourself to be alone when you're 60. That's all I got to say.
When it comes to Neo, him, like I said, his stature, him being a singer, all the fans yell at him, all the women, they want to, just be close to him and touch him like that, when it comes, he has the option to be monogamous. Not monogamous, but be polygamous. Same thing with Chris Brown. Chris Brown, he was on Casanat, I think it was yesterday. He dated multiple women like that. So I feel like, when it comes to, men at that stature, like a Chris Brown, like a Neo, who are R&B singers, and usually we sing R&B, a lot of ladies will, like you. They want to be close to you. They just want to be in your aura. They want to, feel that, they feel like, you the highest of the highest type of man. And they want to, be around your aura and, just be around you, they like to be with nice things, luxury type of things, because Neo can possess that. Chris Brown can possess that. But to me, I feel there's a part when it comes to monogamous relationship, be with one person. But there are men, who say, hey, they have multiple women. He say, hey, I feel better. I feel like my needs are met when it comes to having multiple women. And that's how they feel. And that's how Neo feels, and that's how Chris Brown feels. And hey, if you feel like that, so be it. But to me, when it comes to other celebrities like Snoop Dogg or Denzel Washington or Jay-Z, that when you with a monogamous relationship, you with one person and married and everything. Usually, when you with one person, usually you look at as a greater man than a man who has multiple women, and that's how it is. It doesn't matter you're America, if you in other parts of the world, if you with one woman, you guys look as a greater guy or a greater person than to be with multiple women, because it shows that you have structure. It shows you that you have structure. I forgot about the other word, but it's mostly structure. It shows you that you have structure in your life as a man. So, with that, I'm not going to condone, like I said, Neo. That's how you want to live your life. Cool. It is what it is. It makes you happy. But when it comes to, how people or other people look at you, like higher people, when you look at you having dated multiple women, they don't look at you as a person, as you be with one person, because it's just how the world is. Like if you with one person, married to one person, like I said, yes, thank you, Natasha, discipline. That's the second word I was looking for. It looks like we with one woman, it looks like you have discipline and structure. We went multiple women, a lot of people don't look at you the same as you with one person. So yeah, when it comes to Neo and Chris Brown, hey, do what you do. That's how it makes you feel happy. It makes you feel happy. But to me, there is a power of being with one woman.
Whew, man, I would say, man. Mimi said she's shocked by our response, Hakeem. We're growing. We're growing a little bit. And I
We're
got
growing.
tired. I got tired of these type of. I got tired of the monogamy and the polygamy thing.
Yeah.
'Cause some people don't really understand it, so that's why I
Hey.
don't really focus too much on it. Go ahead.
And to be honest with you, the average man don't have enough nuts to spread around. You
Well,
feel
we
me?
kind of do if you pop. Well, that's a whole nother story for another day because time is against us. Shout out to Bobby Bryant, that's also in the building, and shout out to Miss Rogers. Rogers, you know I know who you are over there watching us on Instagram. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for coming in the building. Welcome to Chaos Culture Radio. I like to see new faces. You know, especially people that work at my job and they come over here and support. I really do greatly appreciate it. So we got some great stories. You know, time is against us, so we gotta wrap. That's why I like Freestyle Friday. We gotta rapid speed these because these are some great stories, and I know some people go like, "What in the world?" So this one, Jordan, I want to take over this one because this one is dear to home. So a Miami-Jackson high school coach is under investigation because he was watching corn, and the students walk in and record him. Go ahead, Hakeem, because this one I sent it to Hakeem. Because I'm a Miami-Jackson, used to be my school. Hakeem school as well. He graduated from
Yeah, I
there.
graduated. We're both
So-
alumni. Yeah.
We both alumni. So let's play that clip. Is there a clip? Yeah, it is. Go ahead.
Well, Lorena, that person is Max Edwards. He is a prominent figure here among the sports community here in South Florida. He was the head coach here at Miami-Jackson High School, but now he's without a job after being caught watching adult-only content on a school computer. Miami-Jackson Senior High's head football coach in trouble. Video obtained by the Miami Herald shows Max Edwards watching pornography in a classroom on campus. The cell phone video captured by a student. Word of the incident spreading quickly among peers.
He was watching porn. In the middle of a class, he was watching it. And a lot of people were looking at videos of it. And it just spread quickly because there was a video leaked about it.
Edwards is a well-known and prominent figure in South Florida high school sports and one of the most successful football coaches in recent years. Before becoming the head football coach at Miami-Jackson in January of this year, Edwards led Miami Northwestern to 3 consecutive state championships. Well, Lorena, that person is Max Edwards. He is a prominent figure here among the sport championships from 2017 to 2019.
I've heard that the coaches were good, so I didn't really expect it from him. But I know that it can ruin the school's reputation.
In a statement from the school district, it says in part, Miami-Dade County Public Schools is disturbed by the allegations made regarding concerning behavior involving an employee at Miami-Jackson Senior High School. The individual has been removed from the school site pending the outcome of that investigation. 8 championships from...
Whoo, Hakeem, this hit home because this is home. It really is home, Jordan. I'm telling you, we went there.
Hey.
I didn't finish my 4 years, but Hakeem surely did. I left within my
Hey,
10
listen.
years. Go ahead.
And I played on the football team.
So, Hakeem, your thoughts on this coach being investigated?
I wonder why Unc ain't wait till you get home.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why ain't nothing wrong. Hey, listen, ain't nothing wrong with a little corn. Not with the kids. Not when the baby's around. Though. Not when the baby. Like that's a little much. That's a little much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, fool. We listen, because the football team been garbage the last couple years. When I heard he went over it, I said, yes, finally. You know, there's not a lot of blacks that go in there anymore. It's mainly Hispanic. So, you know, they don't play no football. So, you know.
No, Natasha, we don't have sex ed anymore. They took it out.
No. They been got that out. That was around the time I was still in high school.
Right.
They got, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it will tarnish his career, Natasha Vincent. But the thing is, that is tough because remember he's on school premises, and who knows if he was he using a school computer?
Yeah,
I'm not
he's
sure.
using the school computer.
Oh yeah, he's done. He's done. Because soon you use the that's it. Go ahead,
Natasha. It's over with. Listen, he's about to get back out there and work with the concrete boys now. There's no retirement after that. No, listen, you're not retiring. They're taking school pensions, the 403B plan that the school give. It's over with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
get back at Quick Creek.
but it shows you that and now that they might listen to him as a like God forbid like a sexual predator. You never know because they'll be like, okay, if he's doing that, what else he's doing? So it is. You don't want to put yourself as a coach in that predicament. And he is well known, especially in Miami Northwestern, because he brought them to the championship. He was doing good at Miami Jackson. That's why they say he's well known, been there for 10 years. And for him to go through this scrutiny, it's just he calls it upon himself. So that's what it is. So you got to be careful. But these little kids, and not only that, but kudos. I know people might say it's a bad thing a little kid recording them, but kudos to that because you know why? A lot of these teachers a lot of them be devious. They be doing some sneaky stuff. So if they don't have a record, we can get them teachers out of there. So kudos to that. So it is what it is. And I think pretty soon they're gonna start putting more cameras in those classrooms. Go ahead, Jordan.
Hey, Hakeem Ronnie, I think he was doing this all the time. He just got caught. That's what happened. He always be a freak. I think he was always been a freak. He just got caught. He thought he was playing this like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play this right. I'm gonna listen. I ain't gonna get catch. I do this all the time. I'm gonna get freaky and everything. I want to see. Ooh, I want to see that sexy little lady. Oh, yes. Probably like lesbian sex too. That's probably what was watching. Like to hear the girls moan and everything, all that type of stuff. I ain't gonna get caught. Hey, but this is what happened. He got to hit the mute button. That's what happened. He didn't hit the mute button. And that's why he got caught. He got to hit the mute button. But hey,
no, no, because look at where his chair was positioned. If you look at the picture, his chair was positioned that you're not able to. I think the kid walked in and just saw it. Like, okay, he's doing something he ain't supposed to be doing.
Right.
You gotta look at the shot. Like he's positioned in a way that he's not trying to get caught.
Yeah.
He just.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But my thing is, I don't know why, there's time for this, but hey, that just tells me he got a big old sexual appetite. He has a big old urge and he can't hold it. He can't hold it in school. He couldn't wait, Hakeem Ronnie. He couldn't wait. He said, you know what?
He was burning.
Hey man, that man, listen. That man should have waited till after school, or at least got into the parking lot and just put that thing.
No, he went on Twitter. He went on X and saw that like, oh hell.
Yeah.
But it's still not a good look for the school. But he is under investigation. I think he's suspended. I believe so without pay. But I could be wrong though. But I think he's suspended without pay because he's undergoing this investigation. Now that, but shout out to Dark Lake. That's also in the building watching us on Instagram. But Hakeem, this one touch home, man, because that's Miami Jackson Senior High School, man. Never change. Always the same. No matter how old we are. It's always the same.
They're still with the ish.
Go ahead, Jordan.
All right, that was funny. All right, let's go to the next topic. So a woman went viral. She goes viral for calling her husband a simp. And she said she chose him because he was the type to accept her 3 kids and paid all the bills. So, a lot of, like I said, when it comes to YouTube, we like to use the word simp, because, you like to simp for your woman. But how she explained it, she thought she was a real simp, He's the type, and they are these type of guys like, that, if they see a beautiful woman like her, because you look at her, she looks really, really good. And she has 3 kids, and some women can sniff out and say, hey, I think this man, he really likes me, so he might be the type, to take care of me and all my kids like that. And when it comes and kind of tell like, this man's a simp. Simp means like being a simp that, he's gonna take care of me, he's gonna take care of all my kids, and he's gonna marry me because how good I look, and this is probably the best, looking girl he ever been to. So when it comes to me, being a trick, I'm gonna trick him by him being a simp and take care of me, all my 3 kids. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Really feeling it. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
So you ain't like your husband?
I ain't trying to embarrass my husband even more on the internet, but he was a simp and I seen the opportunity and I took it.
Well, I'm saying what his qualities was.
I mean, for one, he accepted the fact that I have 3 kids.
So you got 3 kids too?
I have 3 children.
And the niggas supposed to come with the bag?
They supposed to come. And that's why you have to have a bag.
Yeah.
Like you got to take care
So
of
I'm
me
saying,
and my kids.
so like you automatically get these responsibilities.
Yes.
Stop playing.
I'm not playing.
And how many niggas doing this?
Between 2 or 3.
I'm saying, how many have you ran into in life?
Okay, so let's say I run into 100 dudes. Probably about 4 of them.
Yeah, they're about the odds.
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with that now.
Probably about 4
they're about the odds. All right.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, that's
up the number.
yeah. No, so that kind of sound like you are delusional. You just catching just a sucker born every day.
Basically.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying. A nigga that's so you ain't never caught no nigga that's worth something doing that though. Am I kidding?
I probably have one. See, the way this game work is you have to get with a man who ain't used to dating bad a lot if we really feeling you. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
So you ain't like your husband.
So, there you go. So, I want to hear from both of you. Let's start with you, Ronnie, man. What's your take?
Trash. Trashy female belonging to trash. I understand he married her, but at the same time he should know as a man, never lead with your wallet, always lead with your mind. And I think that's what a lot of men fail to realize, that man today they want to lead with their wallet. You're gonna end up with women like that. Trash. That woman is completely trash. I won't even put a ring on that. Mind you, the way she looked, and I always tell guys that when me and guys, outside of me, Jordan Hakeem, outside when we have conversations, I always tell them the aspect of they think women really like those things. Remember, Rufus be on the panel, he be talking like that. I be like, Rufus don't really like, bro, they don't really like that. Women mostly like a man that's able to stimulate their mind. If you're able to stimulate their mind and their hearts, bro, you'll go as far as the man that got the bag. Mind you, Hakeem, the woman, she even broke it down. The man got the bag. She look at him more as a simp than as a man. Than a man that don't got the bag. She said, allegedly she ran into 100 men. Out of 100 men, only 4 of them was willing to go all in. So the other man wasn't doing nothing, but yes, they were still doing their thing with her. Go ahead, Hakeem.
I'm going to have to blame the sisterhood. We didn't say this, sister. You want to know who's making it harder for y'all to date single mothers? She is. This is a viral clip calling a person who accepted her 3 kids and the possibilities of him not even having children with her are slim, and she called him a simp. He was a willing participant to be a stepfather, and she called him a simp. Oh, only reason why, and just because you look good, that don't mean nothing. Looks fade after a while. I blame the sisterhood. Her hand is in the cookie jar, and she let everybody know. Gotcha. So now, men like me who don't mind being stepfathers. I was thinking about being a stepfather earlier when I seen something beautiful, but now when I hear things like this, I'm apprehensive now. Am I a simp? Am I Mr. Pennington Bear? As our brother from Ohio called me? No. If you want to know why men don't want to date single mothers, blame that girl right there.
And this is why it's very, very important to men to find a woman that likes you. That just likes you. You can tell this woman does not she's with the husband. She probably love her husband, but she don't really like her husband like that because why? She has 3 kids. Mm-hmm. Mindfully, she has to have 3 kids, and mindfully, she looked up and found somebody and said, hey, he likes how I look and everything. He's willing to pay for me and my kids and everything. You know what? I'm gonna catch this. Because usually, multiple kids that I have, I'm not really that lucky. So the woman, she really lucked up. She did. And she said, hey, I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to be with this. Because usually with a woman that has multiple kids, they're not really lucky like that. So lucky for her. She got what she wanted. But for the man right there, and like I said, it's going to be men out there who will, accept, her. I will accept a woman with kids, multiple kids, because You know, to me, they don't really don't know the game like that. And also, when it comes to a woman that looks like her, but she does look good. You know, when they see something like that, say, hey, I got to have that. You know, and Ronnie, you said when you leave with your wallet, you think you're getting everything. But the thing is, when you leave with your wallet, you're not respectable. They don't respect you. They respect your money. And that's why you see, like, while I men have problems, like, yo, I got all this money, all this. I would say, why she not, you know, getting me so respectable? Because you're leading with your wallet. You're leading with your money. You're not leading by you being a leader and having respect for yourself. A self-respect for yourself. And I feel like some men like that, they don't have respect except for themselves. You know, they feel like, you know, when they have the money, or they gonna respect me. It's like, you know, they gonna respect me because I got the money. No, usually when a woman, they see you got the money and they don't like you, they're not liking you like that, or lusting you like that. They're not gonna respect you. They're gonna respect what you could do for them, and that's it. And most likely, they could, if they do that, they most likely cheat on you because they don't like you or they're not lusting for you. And apparently, and that was a woman, and the woman that her husband, that's what he has and everything. So me, I learned this a long time ago. Like I said, when I was gonna give me a woman, when I have my wife right now, you know, I'm not looking for a woman with multiple kids. You know, I'm gonna find me a woman that I can get married to and have multiple kids to. That looks at me, that has respect for me, not for my money. And it's been working ever since then. My wife, she respects me as a person. She likes me. She loves me, and she loves over me. Or also be obsessive of me as well. And that to me, that's rare. When you have a woman that likes you, loves you, obsessed over you, and also loves for you, the 4 trifectas, which that's rarely defined. Rare, super rare. If you can find 2 out of 4, if you can find somebody that likes you and loves you, bam, that's it. And that's luck, and that's being lucky right there. But a lot of these women, you know, they don't like you. They will not lust for you. If you have that money and they feel like you are a sucker, they gonna take you and they gonna play the game with you. And that's what that woman doing to her husband as we speak right now.
Facts. Man, you speaking facts upon facts. I'm gonna clip that too, but you speaking facts upon facts. Those are 4 important keys. She don't respect them. She disrespect them on a public platform that went viral. If she truly married, because sometimes girls be capping too. But if she truly married and she did that remember she did that in front of the whole world. That's why the internet can be very, very dangerous. And if I was that man, I would literally divorce her tomorrow. But I'm not in that relationship, so that's how they feel, Hakeem. I keep telling y'all, women don't really care about. They think women care about money. They really don't, man. I keep telling these guys that they think it's a game.
I can't disagree with you.
Guys gonna wake up one day and they're gonna realize the girl next to you don't really care. It's how she feels.
That's why you got to come in with demands in the beginning.
Correct. That is correct, though.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you're dealing with girls like that, because you could tell she's a ghetto girl. She's not a good woman.
That's what I'm saying. Trash.
Yeah,
trash.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
The same way there's trashy guys, they're trashy women. She's 100%. One of them. She trash. And I think, but you know, she got a nice bod. You know how we always do, got a nice bod. And so that's what Busy Y'all say, lust is a huge problem. It is.
Yeah,
but too much in the body and this and that, we forget about everything else that is good. It's trashy. Oh, main topic of the show. Yeah, you already know. This is the main topic of the show. A man goes to a woman because he was broke. Jordan, go right ahead.
Yeah, so man went viral of him saying, like you said, he had ghosted a woman because he wasn't aware that he was broke. You know, he probably saw a woman like, yo, this girl is bad looking. You know, she talks to me, she likes me and everything. But, you know, as a man, you know, when you feel like you're not doing well at your time, meaning, like, say, you might have some type of debt or you're not making money you should be making. A real man, they say, hey, I don't feel confident in myself. You know, I feel bullshit because I ain't making enough. But if a woman likes you, usually they don't care like that. But go ahead, I can't play the clip and after that.
Hey. Shout outs to the narrative and dialogues. He said, Hakeem, I bust out laughing when you said men can't bust multiple nuts. Well, sir, speak for yourself. I was
That's what Roddy said. That's a different topic for another day.
Oh, that's another topic. Oh man.
P, I ghosted a girl before because I was broke. I shouldn't have even got her number when I seen her. That's how broke I was. I ain't even deserve to be talking to nobody. I got to get my finances straight. Anyway, I get baby number. She's trying to hang out. Baby's hitting me up to kick it. And I wanted to tell her so bad, like, baby, I'm broke. I can't do it right now. But my ego wouldn't let me do it. So these folks hit me up constantly. And then was texting me like, what's up? What I do? Like, what's up? Why you acting like that? I couldn't tell her I was broke, bro. I couldn't. So a month later, when I got myself together, I hit her and I told her. I was like, baby, I ain't gonna even lie. I was broke. On God, I was broke. And she bust out laughing, bro. Like, bro, she was like, you can't be real, bro. You can't be gangster. And we cool now. But I was like, baby, I couldn't tell you that. Like, I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't finna have you pull up to the bro spot. I wasn't finna, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry, baby. I was broke. Like, I couldn't afford a drink, like nothing, like valet, nothing, a dinner, nothing. Now, if you were just finna pull up and smack, that's different. But I ain't get that vibe. So, yeah, I'm sorry, baby. Okay. P, I ghosted a girl.
Hakeem, man, what's your take, man? You know how some men, they feel like, if they don't have the money, they ain't gonna do anything. But go ahead, because I want to speak my take. But go ahead, Hakeem. What's your take?
Hey, I like the fact that he said that, but sometimes, man, we be having so much guts that we think we can holler at a female and be broke. The only time that works if you like really attractive, where you can get a woman, you don't have to spend no money, or if you go after unattractive women and you know you're more attractive to them, then they're gonna do that. But if you're a real man, you're not gonna date no woman if your finances ain't together. Unless you on some other stuff. I'm not saying y'all not real. I'm just saying I personally wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? I'll wait till I get my money up so I can put out demands. So that's it. All I gotta say.
Not only that, but I think that's a little character on his behalf because man not supposed to ghost women anyway. Even though women ghost men, man is not supposed to ghost women. If you know you're approaching a woman and if you already have in your mindset that you're broke, then you shouldn't, like you said, Hakeem, you shouldn't be approaching that woman anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, there is some cheap dates you can go to too. You don't have to always take a woman out to Ruth Chris. You could go to her museum, you could go to a park, you could go fishing. That's the other thing you could do for a date than actually going out to eat. And I speak about this a lot. That's why a lot of women today are big, because men keep feeding them. Stop feeding them and go do something. Stop feeding them and go do something fun. Do some form of activity. So I think that's the issue we're having today on the dating market, because men feel like, I have to take a woman out onto Real Quiz or Prime 112. I got to take them somewhere to get something to eat to fill their stomach. No. Do something creative with these dates. You could go on cheap dates, like really cheap dates. You don't need to have the biggest money in the world. And I keep telling, and not only that, but Hakeem and Jordan, people keep failing to realize there is some women out there that's willing to take care of men.
That is true. That is true.
If the man know how to talk to him, make him feel a certain type of way, women will pay for drinks. Trust me on that. It's out there.
But you got to be either physically attractive, or you got to be like, got to fit something that they want. Because women, you have to have something women want. The only time I seen a woman pay for a man or do something is either that he was super attractive, tall, and she probably was fat and ugly.
No, dialogue be getting on my nerves, man. He be getting on my nerves. But I'm being very transparent here. I'm being very transparent because I think because my birthday here, I see life differently. My eyes just got unveiled. When you're a year older, you start seeing like, wait a minute. But I'm speaking the truth that there is women out here that's willing to take care of men. And the aspect of they be like, hey, don't worry about it. I'll take care of the date. I just want your company. They just want your company. So I think if men understand that level of game, they won't be in a situation that guy was in to ghost a woman. I think, man, to me, I don't think men should be ghosting women anyway. If the woman ghosts you, throw her away. But as a man, you're supposed to stand firm and do what you say you was gonna do. Shout out to Dialogue, that's also in the building. Shout out to No Chaser, that's also in the building. I'll be Woody, you was here first. Go right ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, and it seems like how the man was talking about her. I feel like that woman did like him, and I do agree with Ryan 100%. Like if that woman liked you, and if you was broke and you wasn't going to get good till the next month, there are a nice thought of free dates that you can do, especially when it comes to parks. You know, if you have a park that has a nice lake, or there's a park down the street from me, Hakeem Ronnie, called Echo Park, and they had to have a big old lake. It has like a huge fountain in the middle, and also they have that swamp boat thing. You know, that's a cheap date to do. You know, and I feel like that woman did like him. So for me, I would have said, hey, okay, I do like this woman, even though I broke. You know, I'm gonna see if she's interested in some things. You know, some free days that I can think of, being creative. If you can find, as a man, you can find creative things to do for free. Like, yo, that is a huge plus, because that woman's thinking like, yo, we could be doing this and this, you know, being a nice scenery, a nice environment. Like if you hear like in Los Angeles or in here in Miami, there's a lot of free things you could do in these certain type of places, because the climate is nice during the day. It could be 70 degrees, 80 degrees. You know, go to a park, you know, find some activities to do, anything like that. Because there's a lot of activities you do at the park that the city has set up that a lot of people don't know about. So for him, I would have, you know, kind of stretch it, you know, so I would make my money and then okay, and then move to the next level and everything. Because a woman will appreciate you if you do something that's, you know, that's not really, you know, you have to spend like that, make it creative, and it's like, yo, wow, this man's very creative. I like this. I'm definitely digging him because I like him. I like him now. You know, I pretty much think the woman found him attractive too. So, you know, you had that work for you as well. So, but for me, for men, if you don't have no money like that, but a woman likes you, there's still a small possibility. There's still a possibility that if you can think of something creative that's kind of free, that you can do somewhere around the city, and you make it special for her, yo, you win. You win. And then once you get your money set up, okay, you could take her on dates. You know, take her on dates. What you want to do, you take her on dates, restaurant, whatever, and build it, all that type of thing. So I just feel like, you know, men are not really creative like that when it comes to being on dates, especially something free. And I feel like, you know, men was more creative when it comes to dates and everything, especially if a woman likes you. Yo, you know, a woman likes a man that's very creative, who can think of stuff that, you know, that she couldn't even think of, and you can make it happen or put it into action like that. Because a man is likes a man. A woman likes a man that's, you know, thinks, if he thinks someone that he can do and put into action, and she's seeing that, yo, that's a plus. So, you know, I'm like I said, I agree with you, right? I don't like when women ghost when a man ghosts women. I mean, it's all up to you of being very creative. If you don't have money like that, find something to do around the city that's kind of free, that she might have never thought about doing, and she never think about doing something before, and put it into action. And that she could, and if she see that she put in the work, and you know, she'll be very impressed with that, and she'll go on multiple dates with you and see that she really feeling you when it comes. It might lead to sex, or lead to a nice little relationship, or maybe even a marriage. So there you go, right there.
No, but facts upon facts. That's what it is. And of course, final topic of the show. You already know, Jordan. Final topic of the show. This one is like a Tyler Perry type movie. You know, about this one. Your son Jordan was woof. I think we need to talk about this as we get ready to wind down and close out. So go right ahead for the final topic of the show.
All right, so here you go. So this is I went to the wrong one.
The preacher's father.
So a preacher's father set up her daughter with a HIV positive husband in a secret affair. Oh my God, this is a story you guys need to hear. So I'm not gonna say too much. So go ahead, keep play the clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
My ex-husband is the person that gave me HIV. who knew he had it, and he had it for many years. I was 19 years old and just had a baby. This was actually my favorite photo of us. This is when we was in the beginning of our happy place, even though I didn't know he was living a double life. It's never easy to talk about how my dad introduced me to my ex-husband. My dad said this is one of his friends. Everyone knew that I was the preacher's kid, so they have this obsession over preacher's daughters. And my dad wanted me to marry, and he introduced us because he felt like we would be a good fit. I thought that he was just a member of my dad's church. I wanted to get away, but I felt trapped. I don't even look the same. I looked depressed and I was losing weight. I also believed that I was HIV. My ex-husband is HIV positive here, and I did not know, and you can tell from my cheekbones. I'm starting to look sick. And this is when I was pregnant with our daughter, Elizabeth. When I found out that my dad and my husband at the time were sleeping together, I felt betrayed. I felt disgusted. I felt like I wasn't worth anything, and I didn't believe in the word loyalty anymore. I don't talk to my dad anymore, but my ex-husband does pop in and pop out. I did lock him up. I was HIV positive here, and I did not know, and you can tell from my cheekbones. I'm starting to look sick.
Yeah, man, that's a crazy story. That you right, Ronnie. This is some Tyler Perry stuff. Like, you know, there's some like stuff like this. You know, comes to Tyler Perry stuff. It does happen in real life. You don't hear about it like that, but we hearing it now from this crazy story. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on this?
I find it to be like a Tyler Perry type movie, but stuff like this happens all the time. That's why I was reading the comment too as well. A lot of people saying that's why they come with the same thing when it comes to religion and family members and all these other things. But it is a sad situation that she has to go through that. Sadly, that she had to go through that, and it happens to a lot of women. It happens to a lot of women. They found out later on like their ex-husband gave them something that they didn't know about because they was sleeping around. They wasn't really being very transparent. They didn't let me know. But this is why I would tell Hakeem talk about this a lot, and I think he's right. You have to vet your people. Even if somebody hook you up, a pastor or a friend, don't matter, vet them. Don't just take their word for it. See, okay, does this make sense for my life? Does this person takes me to a place that I need to be in, and not to bring me some type of disease? Because that one is crazy, very crazy. Go ahead, Hakeem. I really want to know your commentary on that.
So there's three things: homosexuality, church and God, and being naive. I'm going to pray for that young lady. It seemed like she didn't have a chance to win at all. And very unfortunate, but God bless the guy that's with her to want to stick there with her and be there and love and care for her. But this falls on you got to have a mind on your own. Just like you say, you have to vet. And the fact that she had got caught in this web of this situation is bad. And this is why you just got to be very cautious on who you're dealing with, or just family members in general, or when you see things that ain't seen 100%. But she was a kid at that time. She didn't know what was going on. But I shame the father. I shame this. And that you set this girl life to a whole nother direction. That she should have been doing something else and not having to deal with this situation, and then everybody know her as, we already have a negative stigmatism on this type of stuff. But you know what I mean, she had got caught into, and this is why the conversation over God, homosexuality is a tough situation, because that's that's the reason why she in that situation is because of homosexuality and God.
Very tough. And then how I'm Penderbury, how can you handle it? Because Dallas, I'm Penderbury. How I'm Penderbury about this woman bad behavior? What bad behavior she had? The father, who is the pastor, hooked her up with this man. That don't make any sense.
No,
Dog, you lost 100 points. Go ahead.
Man, this is. I hope that father needs to be honest. This is one of the sickest stories I've ever heard in my life. To putting your daughter in that type of situation, yo, that you like this. Man, this be crazy. I don't know what that father has, a twisted type of mind that it's just unbearable, man. To me, it's just hard for me to process that. Like, why would you put your daughter in that situation? Like, just why? Why would you do that? I have a daughter, man, and I just can't process it. I just can't. The process of doing that is just out of this world, very out of this world. So, yeah, mine's just quick. I just hope that father rot in hell for what he did to his daughter, because his daughter did not deserve anything like that. How can you right? She's in a situation that she could not get out of because how her father is, and him, who said, so on the low, yeah, he's definitely on the low down, man. It's just, and there's a lot of men like that who play these, who I'm not saying a lot of men, but when it comes to dollar, man, they will play these type of games. They have a twisted mind of, especially if they have kids, and just to push your kids into it, that is just mind-boggling to me. Yeah, man, this is just completely disgusting. Highly disgusting, and yeah, I'm done. I can't say no more else, because this.
That was it. That we left it for the end of the show. That was it. Go ahead, Hakeem.
I want to say, but narrative, you are right, and maybe we do not include lesbianism in it too, and we don't want to just focus it on it's just a homosexuality thing. But I would just say
both parties.
It's both parties, but I was just saying, particularly for this situation, I looked at it from that one point, but This is a broader spectrum. For that situation, as God and homosexuality, for that particular situation. But you are right, and to be corrective about it is not only that, is
no, Dialogue be right. He be right, but I thought he was talking about the woman, because I'm like, what did she didn't even do wrong. Now the other time, don't get me wrong, I be pandering a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? Because we got women audience. You gotta play the game. How's the game go? See, I can't even be saying this out loud.
No.
I don't really, me, Hakeem. I'm a realist. I really don't care. So, we got women over here. So I gotta treat my women over here a certain type of way. Shout out to Mimi. Shout out to Natasha Vincent. Shout out to Genesis. The fellas too, man. You gotta be holding us down. So we just over here, we having fun, this and that. But Dialogue, if you catch me in the back, I can tell you, I go in. I just keep it PG, because look, Hakeem, my Instagram got removed. My video got removed.
It got removed.
The line got removed. You see what I'm saying? When I go in, we get the channel strike. I ain't trying to do that. This is our bread, so I ain't gonna do that. But your Instagram, Instagram don't really.
Yeah.
It's whatever. Instagram's whatever. They remove you even if you say we coming right back. They'll be like, it's harmful. Something like that's what I was saying when you told me you guys turned down, like, oh, it's Instagram. Well, don't get me wrong, we got love for Instagram, but still they full of it. I can't wait till Donald Trump come in office, because he's gonna change all that, especially when it comes to censoring. Go ahead, I can. You was gonna say something?
Yeah. Shout outs to Genesis. I am. She's a part of the Drip Show.
So you want to make that clear that she's part of the Drip Show?
Yeah, she posted there. I wanted to.
I sure you better see you later on the Drip Show.
The Drip Show.
So I keep you over there on the Drip Show?
No, I haven't been over there on the Drip Show. Maybe I should.
Hey, Killer Swag, don't start. Shout out to Victor. Shout out to Victor.
He says, wow, her father discernment was way off. At times, there are a lot of feminine fathers who are pastors who will sleep even with their daughters' husbands. That's a fact. Roni would be a great. He said, Roni, you will be great if you don't pander. And he said, and if you stop trying to have some of the most problematic women in this space and letting them on the panels. Hey.
Hey, I got love for PhD now. She's a Miamian. I can't let that go, man. But at the end of the day, man, over here, I want us to have fun. I want to have deep conversation, like Jordan C bringing in deep conversation. We keeping the balance. You know what I'm saying? The balance is needed. So, you know, sometimes we're gonna pander, you know, Hakeem, sometimes I'm gonna be simping, I might be simping, you know, Jordan be calm and collective. So you know how it goes, man. It's just part of the show. That was make KR Culture Radio so great, man. Shout out to Kareem Stevie, that's also in the building. Ronnie, shout out, you're a pump faker. You see how they be trying me, and all I gotta do, Hakeem, is hit the button and remove all their comment and block them from the channel. That's all I can do. But I ain't gonna do that because this is how we get down. This is how we get down on KR Culture Radio, man. Y'all can go in on us. I can care less. You get what I'm saying? As long as you don't talk to family, the family thing is off limit. But everything else, I can care less about. I can read No Chaser comment, and then we're gonna get up out of here.
He says, shout out to No Chaser replay game. He say, exactly the one reason why black men are not in church house, because look at the amount of debauchery that goes on. The father got it on with one of the deacons. It's crazy.
But Killer Swag, I'm not gonna lie, I was working last week. They can tell you I've been working a lot. Killer Swag was in Miami. I've been working a lot. Anybody that knows me to tell you I've been working a lot. So when you catch me, you gotta catch me when it's like happy. They'll tell you, I can't tell you, happy hour. That's the best time. Like you in Miami, happy hour, I'm there. Like on a Sunday, happy hour, I'm there. You know, and then last week, you know, celebrating birthdays and stuff like that. So you go, because he was out here for a cruise. You're like, yo, let's meet up. I was like, bro, I gotta work. You know, I work at midnight. How am I going to work? I work at midnight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But shout out to Killer Swag though. Next time you're in Miami, bro, make it brunch time. Brunch. Why people don't do brunch? I can't. Jordan, people don't like brunch no more. Brunch is out of style.
You said brunch?
Yeah.
I never been to brunch.
How can you bring them? I took you to brunch. What you mean?
No. When we went
4 or 5 o'clock, that's brunch time. Huh?
Oh, okay. That's what that is. I probably didn't know that. I'm a retired trencher, so I don't know what brunch is. Cocktails, none of that.
Like, share, the like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Unfortunately, shout out to the people that are watching us on Instagram. You know that my live went down because the simple fact is they said we were doing hate speech about what I don't know. I think probably some trigger words you can't use. I'm gonna just do research on that when it comes to Instagram. Instagram is becoming too sensitive. That's why people like Rumble, Kick, and X. I don't know how can you know an X. You know you could create your own space where you could conversate with other people. I don't know that. We should try that out. Yeah, but I want to know how can we do that and still go live? Not on YouTube, but still able to go live.
I think I don't know how that works.
Tuesday, you didn't pull up Tuesday morning. You pulled up when because Killer Swag said he pulled up Tuesday. No, you did not pull up Tuesday morning. You pulled up Tuesday morning when I'm literally coming from work. Nigga, I'm tired.
Hey, I want everybody in YouTube land to give a happy birthday to Urban Noise in Fresh Sounds, Florida.
Happy birthday, guys. We love you. Blessings and abundance upon you and many more years. Enjoy your special day. It is their day today. We said it earlier. Everybody say happy birthday to Joe Budden, but we said we always do it really again for them. Happy birthday to them. Hey, Dialogue say he got a brunch channel. He trying to invite Mimi to brunch. Go ahead, Mimi, go to brunch.
Make sure you
Genesis, it don't need to be sorry about. It's just that's how the game goes. Some channels is just are just sensitive. You just gotta be careful. But shout out to Rumble, shout out to X, shout out to Twitch, shout out to Kick that always come through, and shout out to Facebook. Shout out to you, Genesis After Dark. Guys, make sure you go over there on the Drip Show. She will be there later on today. I think they do their thing after dark. I believe so. Go ahead, Hakeem.
I said shout outs to the Drip Show.
She look at me. She said, I would love to send it to me. Go ahead. She said, send it to her. She'll go. Genesis, happy birthday to the Urban Noise. Shout out to Abby Wardy, that's also in the building. Kareem Stevie's also in the building. Shout out to lovely Mimi, the co-host of the Shiesty Avenger, always in the building showing love and support. Abby Wardy was the first one in the building. Shout out to him. He said him and Mimi doing a little competition thing. I don't get it. Shout out to No Chaser. Shout out to Victor, that's also in the building. Shout out to Nightish, one of the wildest show in the morning, early in the morning. If you're talking about wild, go over there and check it out. Shout out to them over there holding it down, man. He be having like 200 people over there. I'm like,
yeah, he does.
I'm like, that is what are you doing? Shout out to Night Ashton, the creator of the Shiesty Avenger, that's also in the building. He will be going live right after us. 8:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Central Time, guys. Go over there and support the brother. Shout out to Dialogue, guys. Make sure you also go over there and support his channel as well. As you can see, he have brunch. So go over there when you have a brunch conversation. Go over there, pull up, support Genesis, support everybody that are also content creators. Shout out to Mr. Muhammad that came on the panel earlier. Shout out to Jordan O'Hurdham that came through and support the platform. Also, shout out to the lovely Natasha Vincent. Kendall, y'all haven't seen Kendall. His laptop is down. That's why you haven't seen him. But he been watching the replay. Shout out to Kendall that watched the replay. Shout out to those that did watch this on Instagram before it went down. Miss Rogers. Shay. Shout out to you. Shout out to K Baby. Be watching the show. Actually, we trying to convince her to come on the panel. That's gonna be dope.
Shout out to K Baby.
K Baby, trying to get her on the panel. And shout out to those that really go and support the platform. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Guys, don't forget the link is pinned on top of the chat. Go and get your KL Culture Radio gear. As you can see, what me and Jordan got on, Hakeem, we got the KL Culture Radio t-shirt. You already know the KL Culture Radio hat and the KL Culture Radio coffee mug. Come over here, support the platform. We really do greatly appreciate it. We do got sweaters because it's starting to get cold, especially in Miami. It was 54 degrees, so guys, get your sweater. Stay warm. Up north, I think it's 40. I think yesterday game, it was snowing.
Yeah.
So guys, stay warmed up. It's starting to get cold. Winter is here. It is here. And don't forget to go to KL Culture Radio Community tab. In the Community tab where you get Purchase Prince I King book, Black Love. I already got a copy. So guys, make sure you get the copy. His book is about to drop. And also his album is about to drop. So guys, be on the lookout for that. And I don't know, Jordan, we should interview Hakeem for an exclusive interview.
Hey, we should.
With Kareem Stevie, because I know you did a song with us. So we should have you guys interview you guys. That would be dope. Us interview Hakeem. If you like Hakeem, if you was on the other side, what question we should have asked you?
You gonna be shy. You gonna be shy.
Josh, enjoy your weekend. It's a lot of sports, a lot of football. It's Thanksgiving weekend. Some people gonna party, Killer Swag. You can hit me up finally. Nah, I'm working, bro. I'm working all the way straight. Thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio.